Yo, yo. You guys hear me? Did my thing just start automatically? I don't remember starting the stream. I'm here. All right, give me a sec. Let me just double check on my phone. I don't know if the stream started on its own, which is kind of scary to be honest. Let me see. All right, it's up now. Cool, cool, cool. We are here. Yo, yo, what up, vibes? What is this? It's a cool game. You should play it. Let's go. Sorry, did I end things? What's Gucci vibes? You're here. You're alive. What up? You've been live for 2 hours. Oh God. I don't remember clicking live. Maybe auto did it, which again is kind of scary. I'm gonna move the light a little bit this way. We vibing. No luck at Walmart's today. Same, dude. Same. Yeah, no luck today, like at all. So Arizona's slacking, dude. I think it auto did it at 9:36, maybe. Okay, that's weird. I don't remember clicking start stream, which is kind of scary. I think I'm drinking tomorrow for a Tipsy Tuesday with Veve vibes. Oh boy. We'll see. If I'm feeling it, I'm more than happy to invite you on. We can get tipsy together, talk about all kinds of stuff, but nothing in Humboldt yet. Yeah, I figured. Nothing here in Arizona either. Well, there was one person who got it like deep down south, like Arizona, like Tucson area. I mean, that's like 30 minutes from the border, like less than that, to Mexico. So it's a bit different down there comparatively up here. I've been at 2 of my Walmarts every day since Thursday. No luck. Yeah, it's rough, dude. 3 of the 5, the 3 closest Walmarts to me, of the 5, all don't stock cards because they have issues with people fighting and stealing cards, so they just got rid of them. Nothing in Vegas either. Yeah, that's rough, dude. It's like the West Coast is like really slacking. Like, I heard there's some people that bought boxes. This is just from what I've heard. There's some people that got boxes in like Southern California, but I haven't heard anything in like Northern California or Arizona or anything like that. Man, this coffee's still hot. Jesus. Anyone here if Amazon is gonna restock? I think so. They might do one more restock. I don't know. To be honest, like HRO is god awful at communication. Nobody knows what they're talking about. Nobody knows what's happening. For a matter of fact, like I swear like 70% of the messages that I see in the Discord for HRO is just questions like, what's this happening? What's that happening? And everyone's like, I heard, I think, someone told me. Like, no one knows for sure like what's actually happening. Like, nobody knows like who's restocking, where, what times. Walmart, Amazon, you know, Amazon.com. Like, nobody knows what's happening and when, like when and where. Like, is there an alert we can get for Amazon and Walmart online restocks? I don't know. There has to be. All the scalpers know how to find it, right? But me personally, I can't. I don't know. I probably know a couple of people that would probably know. I'm sure if you just YouTube Amazon alert, YouTube, you know, Walmart alert or something like that. It's probably the 2 places I always look if I don't know something is like YouTube and then like Reddit. Like, those are the 2 places that like pretty much answer 95% of the questions I have about kind of random stuff like that. Don't worry, I'm here. I know nothing. I looked for an Amazon alert and couldn't find one. Yeah. So today we're kind of in for a treat. I know we're talking about HRO, we're talking about Veve, we're talking about a lot of different things. Today I wanted to show you guys a game that I kind of got into again. I actually made a YouTube channel that has like twice as many subs as this channel that I have here for Veve and stuff. It's called EVE Online. It's a pretty cool game, and we can switch back and forth. So if you guys ever do have, let's say, questions about the marketplace or anything like that, we can kind of switch between these 2. So we can pull up the marketplace for HRO, go back, whatever it is. Stream might be a little laggy just because this game is pretty graphically demanding. I might turn down the graphics and stuff eventually, but this is a very fun game. I have to admit, it's a very fun game. And dude, this is kind of where I learned a lot of my market stuff. I know it sounds silly, but dude, the market this game has been hailed as like the most accurate representation of like an actual stock market, actual like market trends that you see in like real life and all that stuff, because there is literally thousands of items that people trade on, actually probably millions of items that people trade on a daily basis and see all this crazy stuff. Got 4 at Walmart today in Arkansas. I've been hunting since Thursday. I went to 3 Walmarts and they were freshly restocked with every other product, but no Hro on site. Yeah, same here. Like I went to a Walmart close by that looked like that was either restocked or like no one bought cards recently. I went over there and like, dude, there's so many Walmarts that do stuff differently. Sometimes it's stocked behind like the end caps of like the counters or like the checkout areas. There's other places where they have it where there's like a checkout guy or lady, and like usually where it's like you have to ask them what you have to tell them what you want, like what kind of cards. They like look behind them and there's like a stock like behind some sort of like desk thing. Sometimes you have to go to customer service, sometimes you have to go to toys, sometimes you have to go to electronics, sometimes it's in that typical area right next to the checkout. So yeah, I don't know, it's in so many different places, but just if you guys are curious, like this is kind of where I learned a lot of the market stuff. I know it's kind of hard to see. I was kind of hoping there was like an option to make the to make this opaque, but dude, this gives you an analysis of the all-time high, all-time low of certain listings. Gives you a 1-year outlook. See, it's very close to like ecomi wiki. It tells you the total amount of orders and quantity, how much stuff has moved. It's kind of interesting stuff. But in the meantime, maybe we'll just fly around a bit. If you guys have questions about, we can still talk about Hro. We can still talk about Veve. Like I'm not trying to see. And there's tons of ships in this game. I know you guys have never played this game EVE Online. Probably most of you haven't. Like this is the game that like a lot of people have heard of, but never played. And I totally don't blame you. I think this game has over like, I think over like 200 ships or something like that. I don't know if it's that many, but it's getting pretty darn close with the amount of ships you can fly that all have different roles and abilities and all that stuff. So let me just find like a generic ship. I want to find like a relatively fast ship that we can I also named some of my ships after Taco Bell menu items. Don't know why, but it's on dock here. Might get like a lot of lag. This is like the most populated area in the game, so it might be a bit laggy. So probably won't be too bad until we get going here. Also, that thing is covering my face. I need to reduce that. Cloudbot, Hro, Veve, chat overlay. Like squeeze this down. That's perfect. I do want it above this though. There we go. This reminds me of when I used to play RuneScape back in the day, also trading in the market at the Grand Exchange. Yeah, dude, but this could get like very granular. The one thing I do like about this game a lot, and dude, I think my computer's gonna like explode just because it's trying to load so many assets. It usually doesn't take this long. It's twofold, threefold. I'm streaming. There's an old computer, and this game is pretty graphically demanding. I'm just surprised I haven't even like undocked yet. Probably should have moved to like a less populated system. What was I gonna say? Let's just move here. Yeah, it's similar to that, but it's super granular. So the Grand Exchange encompasses like worldwide, like the entire servers, right? Like I think it has all the servers in the game. Maybe it's just that server, but in EVE Online, it's all regional based. So they're like, you can actually be a space trucker like as a profession. Like there are people that mine minerals and resources in one area of space and they need it hauled over like 30-40 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, however long it takes to get from one place to another. And then like that could be your profession. You could be a space trucker, you could be a miner, you can run missions, which are kind of like PvE things that you just do over and over. It's kind of like running dungeons in a way, I guess, just like kind of gaining money that way. I think the game just like crashed. Like I am just like not able to load in like at all. This is so strange. All right, I'm gonna close it and reopen the game. This is sad. Try it again. Thoughts on upcoming drops? Do you think we'll see more gem squeeze of Harry Potter, Doctor Strange? Yeah, everything's just gonna get squeezed. We need more. Like I said before, we need more meat and potatoes features to Veve if we really want to see the market grow. To be honest. So yeah, pretty much any franchise you can think of that's remotely big is just going to cause the prices of everything to keep dropping, right? A time will come where prices will get so ludicrously inexpensive that like people are like, all right, this is way too cheap. Like golden moments for 32 gems, like that's way too, like, you know, there's certain thresholds psychologically that I think like the community or whatever is just going to be like, this is too cheap, I'm going to buy it up. So there will be like walls that way put up for certain items for the most part. But yeah, I really don't think there's not a single IP except for maybe Pokemon, not even. Like there's no one IP or drop that's gonna like revivify the market. Like I said, we need meat and potato features. We need Master Collector Program. We need Q System. We need Omi to NFT. We need Omi Utility. We need a few other things that like people are looking forward to. But also the biggest thing is just marketing. We need more people on the platform, more money to get injected into the economy. Because right now it's just like not enough people, honestly, and a lot of people, I don't necessarily think overextended themselves. I think most people are pretty comfortable financially, like what they put into Veve. But it's just like, can they continue just putting money in week over week over week over week? It's very difficult. All right, here we are. That took a minute. So let me double check this. That's not it. That's not it. You know what? I think it's because I had the wrong thing up the whole time. All right, let's try this again. Try this again. I may have to switch back and forth. Do not know why it's not detecting the game. It's like, that's not it. There it goes. Oof, that's a mess of menus. So this game has a lot of menus, I will admit. And this looks pretty messy, but can't argue with how cool it looks if we remove all the menus and just kind of like look around a bit. This is a station. That's actually someone flying a freighter right now. Look at that. So that's a freighter called a... So this is someone flying a freighter, probably either full of ships, full of cargo or ammo. That's another freighter, but that's like a different... that's a jump freighter. They can actually like teleport. That is, I believe that's called an Arc, or it's called a Providence, which is a... which is also another freighter in the game. There's lots of different variations and roles and things that you can do in the game. And this is also a very like player-driven game. So so all those like names you saw in the background says CSM 16 Council of Stellar Management. Those are actually elected people like real life in the game. That basically the community gets to vote on these people that get to represent different portions of the game or different regions of the game. So like imagine if RuneScape had like could vote people in based on like their talents as like a PvP or PvE or whatever it is, and like basically they kind of have like the ear of like the developers of the company, more or less. They kind of cross-reference a lot of things with like, hey, if we did this to PvP or PvE, would that be okay? Do you foresee any issues with it? What is the community saying? Blah blah blah. I don't think they have as much power as kind of a lot of people like lead them on to believe, but I don't know, we'll fly around a bit. It's this game that's been around for a while. It's hard to get started as a new user. Yeah, well, they've really revamped the whole... this is us warping to the next area. This game is very complex, don't get me wrong. Like, there's a huge learning cliff with this game. But they've really revamped like the whole new player experience, so it's infinitely easier to like understand and get into. Before, it was just kind of like figure it out and get fucked if you didn't. So I apologize if it's lagging, just because again I'm streaming and I'm trying to like run multiple things at once. But there is am I jumping? Did I select jump on this? I don't think so. It's kind of a cool looking ship. So this is like the space police, I guess. The ship is called the Scorpion for obvious reasons. It's a cool looking ship. And then where are we right now? We'll jump this gate. To give you guys the cinematic angle, so again, not all the stuff gets like blocked off. Pretty cool. Good evening vibes. Hope the day is treating you well, brother. It is. Gaming stream? Yeah, dude, it's just shitting on my computer though. See, I think it was just that system. That system's like really laggy. So we are holding cloak. So whenever you jump a gate, you actually cloak your ship for like 30 seconds just so people don't attack you. This is a open PvP realm. Like anybody can attack anybody at any time. Technically, yes and no. So that part is kind of interesting. I know this looks like really complex. There's like a lot of menus, but that's just how the game is. Like the game is like jokingly called Spreadsheets in Space, like for a reason. Let's see. Let's fly to the sun. We can just fly to the sun. What game are you streaming? It's called EVE Online. It is a like 18, 19-year-old MMO. So it's been around for just as long as WoW has. Not a bit longer. They've done some really, really cool updates. Sorry if that like really blinds, dude. Like the suns in this game are like suns. They will blind you if you like look directly at them. Like it's pretty crazy. But that is a purple giant, I think, like that, whatever it's called. But they got some really cool backgrounds and stuff. And like this game gets like very, very granular when it comes to combat. It's crazy. Like anyone that has like any kind of like military background or anything like that, there's a lot of people that are like ex-military or not deployed right now, or they're like on leave or whatever it is. Like there's a ton of people that play this game because it is very similar to there's just a lot of like transferable like skills and knowledge that you can like apply to this game that would make you like really, really good. Wife is going to visit the family in June for a month. Will this game take all my free time after work and weekends, as it is easy to get into fiat wise to learn and mess around, etc. Yeah, this game could definitely take up a lot of time. And like, I'm not kidding. Like this, when I say this is a space game, like there is a lot of space. So if you travel around a lot, you can spend a lot of time. Oh, I did not want to go there. Did not want to go back to Lagtown. Kind of wish I flew a slightly different ship. We can always figure that out later. Yeah, this is a game that could take up a lot of your time, mostly the traveling around. So there's a system. Like this system is called New Caldari, and there's a bunch of things to do in here. There's a bunch of stations and things you can do, and asteroid belts that you can mine, and yada yada. These jump gates take you to other systems. So that's what this little jump gate looks like right there. That's a jump gate. And essentially it takes you like to the next instance, let's say. So if you guys are familiar with like other video games, imagine you took a portal that takes you to another room or to another area. That's essentially what this does. This is kind of like a loading screen to the next area, to the next system. And each system is massive with different things we can do. So like that's a whole bunch of people warping in. I know it looks crazy. So like this is more of a nautical game than like a space game, because you can actually go like up, down, left to right. Shows you how far away things are. There's all kinds of things you have to take into consideration, like optimal range, fall off range, transversal speed, acceleration, your inertia, like a lot of different things. It's not, in the grand scheme, it's not that complex, let's say, but look at my ship. Now we're just chilling. I was almost thinking about getting into a mining ship, and then we can just mine. Just show you how easy it is and how chill it is. Is there any asteroids to mine? Yeah, is there anyone here? That's the question. No, there's not. So these are all rocks you can just mine. So these are actually NPC mining ships. So you can see they actually have like little lasers on, and they are mining the rock here. What they're mining, I don't know. Ooh, they definitely upgraded the graphics. It did not look this good. I took like a 2-month, and there's the hauler coming by to pick up the ore. They did not have a lot of that. Like I took like a 2-3 month break from this game because I was doing a lot of Veve and HRO and all that stuff. But yeah, interesting. So these are the mining ships that shoot lasers. You can kill these, but the like military or like the NPC faction of these people, it's almost like I don't know what you'd call it. I don't know how many of you guys played like MMOs and stuff, but it's like if there's a village of orcs, you attack the orcs. Like the orc soldiers are going to come by and attack you. So, and you like your standing goes down. There's like standings and stuff in this game as well. Let's see, what's another place I can go to? Go here. But yeah, like pretty much any profession you can think of, you can do it. You can live as a pirate. Like you can just literally live in regions of space, wait for people and just kill them and take their loot. So you can actually make a living as like a pirate or a criminal warlord. Like you can actually head your own region of space of people. I think that's stop. I think that's the it's a freighter, but just a different skin. Kind of wish I had like a he's warping off. Looks intense. Looking forward to the chill. Yeah. It's a very fun game. It's a very slow game, let's say that. Like this is honestly a great game. Like a ton of people play this game while they're like working from home, and they have this game like running on another monitor or something like that. If you're trying to do something like relatively chill, you could totally do that in EVE Online. Give me 1 sec here. Come on. Pause. There we go. Perfect. Also, just flying around in general is a lot of fun too. It's one of those games where it's genuinely like an open sandbox. Let me see here. There is a shortcut I have here for the map. So this game has, because remember I showed you the systems and like how long it takes for you to like warp through a system. Some systems are bigger than others. This game has like, I think 75,000 systems you can warp around. And so there's people living in all these little systems and doing things. And if you get far enough out here, there's actually groups of basically clans or guilds that own regions of space, and they go to war. They fight each other and they take over, they basically fight over resources and stuff as well. So there's like a whole area of space like around the center that is basically just player owned. Like players can own this. Right now I'm in like NPC or like non-player character space. Let's say that. It's like a story about the game. Actually, there's somewhere I could go to do some stuff. Perimeter. Not what I want to go. Is this it? I'm trying to find a place that, whoa. That can't be right. Nope. Huh, I guess I don't have it anymore. Oh well. Oh well, we'll just head back. Yeah, kind of I wouldn't say I don't given up on Hro cards. I'll probably keep trying for the rest of this week, but if I don't find any more Hro cards, I'm probably just gonna be done ski. I might have to like buy them online or whatever. I mean, already on eBay, pretty much any below $70 have been gone. Before it was around 60 for like the first few days, then it was 65, then everything below 70's kind of been getting bought up pretty quickly. At least the 4-packs, right? So far, like the 8-packs seem like very, very rare. Actually, I know what we can do. We can actually look at some of these ships. There's some pretty cool looking ships in the game. There's also 4 different factions as well. There's like Amar, which are like space Catholics that are like very regimented about their religion and how they're like the chosen ones. There's the Caldari, which is kind of like the USA, like very heavily military, they have a bunch of corporations. They're kind of like a hyper-capitalist society where basically like you're born into a corporation. So like imagine if like part of the US was like Amazon land, and if you get born there, you're basically part of the corporation, and you basically are analyzed at a young age as to like what tasks you can perform the best in, and then they train you how to do those tasks. And then you get Amazon bucks, which you can use to buy everything internally. So there's a lot of like competing corporations in this like region of space, and you cannot share the currency among any of them, which is kind of weird, but I'm sure there is some way they can do it. I'm not 100% sure of like all the lore in the game for the most part, but that is part of it. And there's a few other factions too, but let's see. While I'm kind of doing that, let's just hang out here. I think I hope everything didn't look too bad or like too laggy for you guys for the most part. It's a fun game. I started picking it up again because I am actually partnered with the developers, or like the developers that make the game. They like partner with content creators to like, you know, encourage more people to play the game. They use my referral code. I get a little kickback of like money as well as like in-game goodies whenever they use it. So it's definitely a chill. And it's nice thing is it's for all age groups. Like even the corporation I'm in, I mean, we have guys in all the way from, I shit you not, people like kids that are like 15 all the way up to like, I think the oldest guy in our group is 58, 59. So like we get some old folks in there playing the game. Hey, Veve, what's going on? We're just playing some, we were playing some EVE Online. So we're just kind of chilling it right now. But if we did want to talk Hro or whatever, we can do that as well. What's going on here? Well, actually, I should probably full screen this so it looks a bit cleaner. There it goes. Yeah, so one thing I'm a little concerned about with all this, is that right? Epic Batman poster. Yeah, so this is the Batman poster that was like a guaranteed drop for any of the 8-pack cards, I believe. Oh, 8-pack and 4-pack. So yeah, this one was just getting flooded because every pack has a guarantee of one of these, which was kind of like, whatever. I guess you're pretty much just banking on like a good min number, right? For the most part, for like these Batmans. But kind of what I'm afraid is going to happen is once they let QR code scanning happen again, like the market is just going to get flooded with a ton of these cards. And I also have a feeling that like the market is just not necessarily crash, but like all these things that are like $2, $2.50, they could probably go down to like cents, like a quarter, 40 cents, whatever it is. I could definitely see that happening, which is why like I'm a little bit more bullish on the like digital cards. Don't get me wrong. I still think the physical cards could do really, really well. It's going to just depend on if Hro can find a way to give like continual utility to cards that are old, right? So like this first, like, because after the snapshot on April 21st, for the digital cards. Like, what is there left to do with the digital cards, right? Like the first series or the first set. Like, what else are you gonna do after that? Like, what other utility? And that's actually one thing I would love to ask you guys. What utility is like Hro supposed to have? Like, do you guys know? Like, I've tried looking it up. I've asked in like I think I've asked in the Discord like once or twice. Like, what's the utility that like Hro is supposed to have beyond just like a card collecting thing? Anything in like real life? Like, I know like people are like, well, the utilities like leaderboards, the utilities like this, but yeah, I pretty much have given up at Walmart too. I think prices will go down once people receive the pre-orders. Hoping anyways, yeah. Kind of curious to see when the pre-orders are A, coming in, B, what's this like special surprise thing they have with the pre-order stuff. There is that. And kind of curious to see how well the packs do, like long term. Yeah, God, I love Alice and Veve, but I might have to like turn off notifications on Alice and Veve because I'm getting spammed with these like suspicious activity things, and it's getting a little annoying. So I think I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I'm turning off notifications. I love Alice and Veve, but getting told of suspicious activity, you know, 57 times a day does get a bit much. Does anyone know if Hro mentioned how long season 1 of Hro will last, and then when will season 2 begin? No clue, dude. I said like I mentioned, who was it? Vivian3, Old Rhubarb, is another content creator that you guys probably 99% of you have already heard of. If you haven't, please go check him out. Vivian3, that was like basically his job in like the military, was like doing a lot of research, journalism, all that kind of stuff, compiling information and putting and like regurgitating it in an understandable format. And he said, he's like, dude, it's so hard to find information on Hro. Like, he said, like, the Discord is like beyond useless when it comes to finding information. The website is terrible. Like, there's just so many questions that just like aren't answered that people have. Like, even something like that, like, when does season 1 end? When does season 2 begin? Like, what is the utility of these cards beyond a certain point? And like, it's just so much stuff that it's just like, you just cannot find any information. Yeah, this is it. Yeah, off time drive. I think they gave some kind of mysterious answer about potentially forming a trading card game in the future. Yeah, like even just look at this statement. Like nothing against you, off time drive, but like this is literally the statements I get all the time in the Discord. I think potentially mysterious in the future, like 4, 5 uncertainty like answers, like all in one thing. People are like, I don't know, I heard from a guy that they might actually have them and like they're shipping out next week, I think, but I'm not sure because they said something else in an AMA. I think a couple, it's like, I think about, I don't know, maybe. It's like, oh my God. When I turned on notifications, I thought I was going to get low min alerts notifications mostly. That's how it was. It wasn't until like 2 weeks ago when the Clown did change Alice and Veve to be, it does show that, but now it shows just alert bots thing, which is kind of what's one piece of feedback I'm going to give them probably here in the near future, which is like, hey, can you just make a different account for the alerts? Because it's like I'm getting incessantly spammed about alert activity to bots, which is nice to see, don't get me wrong, but like it's you know, it's just getting annoying at this point. Even Veve even said, they're like, yeah, like all those people out there that are doing that, you know, the Alice and Veve bot and a few others that are like helping out with bots, like that's great. We're already aware that this is happening, so they kind of nicely said like it's very appreciated, but it's not like necessary. I think it is kind of nice. Like I'm sure there's some people in the community that like the idea of like, oh, we're always after them, like that's cool, but at a certain point, at least for me especially, it's just getting annoying. But honestly, like of all the times, there's probably only once, maybe twice in the last like 2 months, 3 months since I've been following Alice and Veve that I actually like saw low mint that I'm like, I might chase that. I actually might go for it. I'm thinking Hro is sweating in the background. They want to make sure that this QR code thing is not as big as everyone hopes it's not. Hence why I think the tweets have stopped, because they know that will be asked. Yeah. Do you have your own Discord for followers? No, I should. Honestly, it's just another thing I don't want to juggle. I would keep it very, very simplistic. Like I'm talking like a general chat, maybe like a giveaway chat that if I want to do giveaways via Discord, I'll do that. And then maybe an area where, because I do want to start doing escrow as well. So maybe there is a section where people can do escrow, very similar to Dino's thing. I know Dino's not available like 24/7, so there's some times where I would like to be able to do it, or if you guys, whatever. And that's like pretty much it. Like any like super in-depth thing, I really don't want to deal with. Like I think what kind of really put me off of it is because like it's just another thing to worry about. And two, there was like so much Discord drama in the Veve community like a month and a half ago. Like all the stuff kind of like with like Veve Vault, a few other things like Cavell Anderson and his like Discord group. Like there was like a secret pump group in like one of his like 27 channels that people, it's like it's hard to follow all that stuff, right? Plus dealing with I meant in like Veve Vault's thing where it's like there's people impersonating him, like admins or like admins that were like trying to rip people off or scam people. Same thing in like Dino stream. Like it's just all that stuff. It's like I just don't want to deal with that shit. But at the same time, like if enough people want a Discord, like I'll make it. But I'm in so many Discords that I just don't pay attention to. It's like I'm just there just to kind of be there. But it's like I'm in Dino's, I'm in Veve Vaults, I'm in Veve Visions, I'm in I don't think I'm in Superstar Monies, but there's a few others I'm into. But it's like I don't have time to like hang out with all of them, chat with all of them. Like it's just too much. So that's just me personally. But like I don't know, if there is a major outcry of people in my community that really want me to make a Discord, then I will. Someone mentioned earlier about like a Minecraft server or something like that. Someone said like Minecraft server. I don't know. I don't play Minecraft. I have nothing against it, but I just don't have a... Someone mentioned it earlier. I don't know. Whatever. I agree. You should use 2 accounts. Gets Twitter spams right before drops. Yeah, there's a lot of those. Hro, here's the pre-order gift. Please have these Hro stickers. How pissed would the community be? Yeah. JK, but yeah, I hope it's something good. It might be like a poster or something like that. I mean, even anything physical, if they put in the boxes, I'm holding on to, and maybe just keeping it mint condition, not opening it. Because it's one of those things where it's like, imagine 5 years from now, it's like, dude, remember this poster or this like card or whatever it is that they only put in the pre-order boxes. And if people rip open the pre-order boxes or sell them or damage the, like the whatever the gift is inside, like there could be that as well. So you need to join our Palace Discord, bro. Dub knows what's up. Palace. Yeah, I think I am in the Discord. I think I am in the Palace Discord. If you look me up, I am in the Palace Discord. It's just I just can't keep up with like literally 7, 8 different Discords all at the same time, including the Discord, like the one Discord I'm in with my corporation in EVE Online. So Piriqui 1 Vibes, what's up, dude? I don't know if you're new. I think I've seen your name before. You seem relatively new. Oh yeah, you're cool. We good. Yeah, dude, I just cannot keep up. I did hear you guys were doing like a bingo or like a not gambling, but a bingo or like a poker thing like last week, which sounded pretty fun. With Veve NFTs or something like that. I mean, that sounded like fun. I would have gotten into it, but you know, like I said, it's just so hard to keep up with like 11 different Discords at once. Like I'm that guy that like, you guys know how, if you guys have Steam, you know what I mean? Where it's like, whenever there's a Steam summer sale or like a winter sale, whatever it is, you buy a bunch of games, but you don't play any of them. Like you literally play it for like an hour and then you're just like, I'm like, even if it's a game you pay like $50 for. And like, it's already too late to like ask for a return. Maybe you played it like just enough where you can't do a return either, like over 2 hours. I'm like, damn, dude, that happens to me. That's basically me in Discord. It's like, I'm in all these Discord groups, but I'm like, I hang out in just like the same 2 or 3, like over and over and over. Yes, sir. We tapped in the W Palace. You play on PS5? No, I'm just pretty much strictly a PC gamer, dude. PC Master Race, gotta tell you. Then again, my computer's also probably a bit weaker than a PS5 right now. I mean, the computer's like 8, 9 years old. I would love to get like I would love to throw. It's just hard because like everything hardware computer related is just getting scalped like really hard online. I hear you on Discords. I have like 8 that I'm following, and that's too much for me. I can only imagine you as a content creator. Thanks for what you do, by the way. Yeah, like I said, if there's a huge shout out for it, I'm sure it's something I could get used to, or like it's something I could check the Discord like in the mornings, or it's like I could throw up a thing like, hey, I'm gonna post a video, or like, hey, do you guys have any ideas? Because I actually did it today in the Veve app. I was just asking people like, hey, you guys might help me out. I'm just trying to think of video ideas. And there were some interesting video ideas that you guys kind of came up with. Some of them were things I just didn't think of, or maybe I thought in my mind was obvious. So did you just look at my Steam library? I'm going to be playing probably all the Yakuza series and Kingdom Come Deliverance in June to try some EVE Online also. Try it. Yeah, EVE Online's free to play. It used to be subscription only for like a long time, which kind of kept a lot of like younger people and trolls out, or people that didn't really understand it. But it's a really fun game. It's just there's a massive learning curve. Like it gets pretty intense. Like I'm trying to remember. I'm just seeing the meme here. EVE Online learning curve meme. Let's see if I can find it. This is the meme that like is always referenced when it comes to EVE Online. And this is a meme that was made like, gosh, I don't know. This is a meme that was probably made in like 2011, maybe even earlier than that. See if I can open image, new tab, so we can get a better look. So this is the meme. Let me also remove this too. You know this meme is old when it has Lord of the Rings Online, World of Warcraft, EVE is Second Genesis. So it's like, oh, this is the learning curve. This is EVE Online. It goes up, and eventually it gets so complex, people just get to this point, and people are just, you know, hanging themselves and just like self-harming, and then all of a sudden there's a tractor pushing all the bodies off the cliff. Like the learning curve is pretty steep, but it's super rewarding when you can kind of just like at least understand the basics and you can hang in there. It's also one of those games where it's just like you really want to learn. You really want to get with like a group of people and play with them. You could definitely play on your own. I actually played solo for like the first like 9 months of the game. And I actually did like I eventually got to the point where I got partnered with the developers of the game, because I was just making content of me just doing solo stuff. I'm like, hey, that's pretty cool. And then eventually I'm like, I kind of want to play with other people. I want to live in wormhole space. There's actually wormholes in this game. You can actually live inside of a wormhole, put up structures, all that stuff, and you can like go to different parts of basically the galaxy. And it's awesome because it's like we're like little, like, I don't want to say rats, but kind of, or like those little tunnels that go around everywhere, and we can kind of just show up, grief a bunch of people, kill them, and like retreat back to our hole if we really wanted to. Yeah. There's something to close this. Also, the music is great. I really like the music of the game. You hyped for the new Harry Potter Legacy game? LMAO? Harry Potter Legacy game. I didn't even hear about that. I'm not a huge Harry Potter fan, to be honest. Like, I understand the why people like it, for sure. It's just I think it's just because like when Harry Potter came out, so did Lord of the Rings, and I was infinitely more enamored with like the world building and like the dark and gruesome world of like Lord of the Rings and the different races and the good guys and bad guys and all that stuff. Like I was way more into that than like kind of like the silly and funny and whimsical and lightheartedness of like Harry Potter. I did hear that Harry Potter did get darker in like the later movies, like Beyond the Sorcerer's Stone and all that stuff, obviously. But like just at a young age, like I always liked Lord of the Rings way more. I played like all the video games, all the Lord of the Rings video games, like Two Towers, Return of the King. I remember playing Lord of the Rings Online like a tiny bit. There's a couple other games I played too. One was kind of like a Battlefront-esque kind of game where you could like select a class and stuff and fight other people. That was pretty short-lived. I played a lot of Battle for Middle Earth, like that RTS style game. That was a ton of fun. I like playing as a Mordor. That was a fun faction to play as. You could use like trolls and stuff. Yeah, fun times. Two Towers was awesome. I played that in FIFA with my buddies all summer. Yeah. Yeah, Two Towers was awesome. Unfortunately, there was no co-op, but like Lord of the Rings Return of the King was a ton of fun because you could do co-op. And me and my brother would always play as Gandalf and Legolas. I would always be Legolas. He always wanted to be Gandalf. But yeah. You got the secret rare Wolverine cover today? Was super happy. Dude, that's awesome, Bob Sales. That's freaking awesome. I like that cover, dude. I like the Wolverine and Dark Daredevil cover, like the secret rare cover is sick. I really like the Iron Man and the Wolverine one. That was it, my bet. Well, yeah, it's just, I mean, Two Tower, it's kind of the same game. It's just like one single player, the other one's like two player. I did kind of like the fact that Two Towers was like definitely more zoomed in. I definitely kind of like, in some ways, kind of like the, I don't want to say the graphics, but like the Return of the King was definitely more cinematic. Like a lot of it was like super zoomed out and all that stuff, but love RTS. I remember back in the day I used to play Age of Empires. Yeah, there's a lot of good RTS games. A lot of them I haven't played. Age of Empires was, I don't remember playing that game. Maybe I did for a bit. I'm trying to remember all the RTS games I played. I remember playing like Command and Conquer a lot, like Red Alert on PC. I remember playing Retaliation, which was like a version for PlayStation. Remember playing Halo Wars. I played, like I said, Battle for Middle Earth 2. I didn't play Battle for Middle Earth 1, but Battle for Middle Earth 2 was a ton of fun. Yeah. Diego, what up, my guy? Having a beer today after a long day. How are you doing? Landed 4 comics today. Common and uncommon to Veach. Lame. Yeah, dude. This was a hard comment. Just the fact that I could buy another one, I just did. I'm like, it's $7, whatever. So it kind of sucks that like they all went below box price, right? Except for the basically rare and above. At that point, you're just gambling, right? And I'm there for it too. I might buy the ultra rare cover later, like towards the end of the series, because I do think people are just gonna keep dumping these comics in the market. But I love that cover with Wolverine and Iron Man. Let's see if I can pull it up here. I just really like that cover. Looks sick. Wait, is this it? Does I need to move this over? Hold on, I gotta open up this extra program. I got like 11 programs running. All right, this should work. Let's go. There. Hello? It's not cooperating. It might take a minute. We switch scenes? I don't know if that's gonna help. It's still not detecting it. It's working on my phone. I don't know. Been having issues with this thing. Let me try this. I'm gonna try this one last thing. If it doesn't work, we're just gonna move on. But you guys know what I mean. 4. Still not finding it. All right, whatever. I don't know what to do now. Yeah, it's super weird. I don't know. We'll figure it out later. Yeah, the UR variant is so sick. I'll be opening one up as well. Hell yeah. I bought 8 comics today, all from the drop. Let's go. William Bjorn. Born? I think it's Bjorn. Just subscribe. Thank you so much, dude. I appreciate it. I'm hearing rumors from Dino, lol. We might see Vader or Star Wars drops May 4th. You saving gems for this? What are your thoughts on it? Dude, Dino's been trying to get gems for this for like the last like 4 weeks. He's been like preparing for May the 4th since like late February. Like he's been preparing for this for a while. Do I think it's gonna happen? Who knows? Like nobody knows for sure. Same thing with Pokemon Day, same thing with other stuff. The nice thing is we already have Disney or Star Wars, so it's a little bit more likely, but I have no idea. I'm passing for now on HRO. It's like Pokemon when the new sets come out. The cards are super expensive a month later. Prices plummet. Celebrations $400 Charizard. Yeah. Now like 40 for Zard. Yeah. Not too familiar with all this, you know, the Pokemon like market and stuff like that. So that's why I'm kind of focusing more on the digital side. Not so much the physical. I don't know if that really makes a difference, but did you see that Mythic Wonder Woman sold for 12.22 last night? 12.22 like ETH? I don't know. I did see a Wonder Woman. Let me pull it up here. Whoop, wrong one. It's not it. Which one is it? This one. I did see a Wonder Woman. Oof. Hold on. Give me a second. Close that. Figures. There it goes. Computer's dying on the inside. I'm just gonna close this. We can't even use this. I don't know about last night, but I did see this. Holy God. This Wonder Woman sold. Look at recent sales. What? That's the one you're talking about? I thought you meant like ETH, not actually. Wow. Someone must have been trolling or transferring. There's no way. Someone must have been transferring it to someone else or like an off-platform trade. It has to be. Because look, so this is the same mint too. So someone actually sold one, a 446 for 5K. The guy relisted it 5 days later and sold it for 20K. Guy 4x'd his money 5 days later. But this has to be an off-app arbitrage, not arbitrage, but like an off-app sale. It has to be. There's just no way. Unless he, even if you mess up the numbers, like that's still only 1,222. Like, unless you meant to put like 12,022, because I do know some countries instead of a comma they have a period, right? For like basically where the comma would be. So I'm kind of interested. What the hell happened there? It has to be an off-platform thing. I think we'll see promo for Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. That would be cool. May 5th it comes out. All right. What if you just get a Doctor Strange drop instead of May the 4th Star Wars? I could see it happening. I could see it happening. They do something for 420, low editions of pre-rolls, potentially. Mislisted or just an off-platform trade? I don't know. I don't know why it'd be $12 of all things, but I got 20 HRO boxes in today, bought on aftermarket, itching to open one. Oh, Edson. Oh, sorry. Are these ones you got off like Amazon or Walmart.com or eBay? I guess there's like 3 different platforms now you can get them. I took a screenshot and sent it to you, my brother. Poor dude. Okay, cool. I found it. Major fumble bag. That person got blessed. Yeah, it has to be an off-app thing, I feel like. See a tweet for the Wonder Woman sale? Yeah, I saw it. It's here. Diego, can see you still have 2 packs left. Are you waiting for 1K plus or holding long term? I'm holding long term. I don't know how long, to be honest. I'm just gonna hold them long term and just hope that it pays off. I've only invested $100, so I'm fine. Just gonna see how it plays out. I only have 1 left, trying to figure out what to do. I'm just holding it super long term, to be quite honest. So, Anthony Hamid, I think that may be money laundered or fixed in losses to offset profits in crypto, potentially. I have no idea how that pay off, but Bought them on eBay and Facebook Marketplace. Nice. I haven't seen any listings. I've seen one listing for an 8-pack of what do you call it? For the 8-pack of Hro cards. But when I go onto Facebook Marketplace, I don't see anything. So Facebook Marketplace, I make sure to have it on local too. Local. Yeah, there's literally one listing. It's a, you know, an 8-pack. The guy's selling it for like $290, basically $300. So I'm like, nah, never mind. No thanks. Yeah, but this is the sales I've seen. So floor price is now 17K. 18K basically. Yeah. It's not this money has to be, yeah, they said laundered or some sort of off-platform trade. It just has to be. Dude, that's a low mint too. This person that bought it for 20K, they're probably kicking themselves that they could have just waited a week. Bought a sub 50 mint for a cheaper price. That's funny. Yeah, I mean, but those legendaries or those certain ones, or the mythics, I should say, the mythics are gonna sell for a ton. Legendaries, I mean, they will too, don't get me wrong, but like people are going to be competing on leaderboards. I think if you can get a legendary with a low mint, you can make some really good money, because that's really what's going to separate, because you get a lot of points. Like, let's look at Wonder Woman. I'm talking like leaderboard stuff, right? So premium mint, okay, there's none here, but even if we don't look at the premium mint, so you can see the scores. So it goes from 70 all the way up to 81. And I think as it goes lower, the points get exponential. Choo Choo has just joined the Vibe Tribe. Thank you so much, dude. Welcome. You're gonna have fun with all the emotes. Maybe we'll put some Hro emotes in there too. How do you guys feel about like an Hro like logo for like an emote, or maybe a pack or something like that? Yo, vibes! My first pack I opened, a legendary Batman. Dude, that's awesome. Hell yeah. Member for 2 months. Common gang. Let's go. I also need to update the little logos too. I don't know what I'm going to put the logos as, but thank you so much, Choo Choo, for joining the Vibe Tribe. Yeah, but Eric, that's awesome. But I do think as the mints go lower, I do think the points get exponential as well. So that's just what I'm thinking personally, because this is a pretty low mint. 371 compared to a, you know, 12,000. So I do think low mints for like legendaries and other stuff are going to be pretty big deal. What else? But yeah, I'm not sure. That's kind of the question everyone's asking. I think the pricing of the packs and stuff is going to really determine by how much utility these packs are going to have after they're kind of done, right? Because after the snapshot on April 21st, what's the point of holding any digital cards, right? Why would people not dump it to then free up assets and or just money to buy the next pack, right? It's kind of no different than Veve, right? People just play the drop, they get what they want, they hope that it's something good, and if it is, they just dump it so they have enough money for the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. Like, that's kind of where I'm expecting. Like, I'm fully expecting like a pretty big dump on the market, either around or shortly after the snapshot on the 21st, including the packs. Like, packs are going to go down too. So I definitely see that coming. But anyway, if you guys are curious a little bit more about EVE Online, you may not. There is a lot of ships in this game. Let's full screen this. Full screen. Boom. Let me reduce that. Make sure this looks fine. So these are all the different factions on the left side, and these are all the ships in the game. I think there's over 200 ships you can fly in the game, all doing different roles, different guns and abilities and speeds and shield tank and armor tank and all kinds of stuff. Trying to find some of the cooler looking ones. Like this one kind of reminds me some of the ships in like Star Wars. This one is called an EOS. The background doesn't really help like the way it looks and stuff. Making sure I'm showing this off. It's kind of like I think there's a meme about vertical supremacy, ships that are like really tall and like skinny, getting vertical supremacy. So this is a ship. I think it mostly focuses on drones as well over guns and stuff like that. So there are some ships that are basically drone boats. So if you are like the type of person, like for me, I always, whenever I play any MMO, I always love playing the summoner, or I always love playing the character that could like summon a creature that could like fight for me, or I can summon multiple of them or whatever it is. So if you're like that kind of playstyle, like you like playing as ships that use drones to like do your damage and stuff. But yeah, there's all different kinds of classifications of ships. There's frigates, destroyers, cruisers, battle cruisers, battleships, and there's dreadnoughts, then carriers, then titans, Titans are the biggest ships in the game you can fly. Then these are like the hauling ships. There's haulers, there's transport ships, there's freighters, and there's jump freighters. Jump freighters could actually teleport themselves from one system to like a series of systems like over. But you have to have someone on the other side to basically like light a beacon so that you can jump to. So it's a pretty interesting game. I'll show you guys a couple more ships, then we can hop back. I'm trying to think of some other cool ships I can show you. I think I can think of one. Oh, this ship's pretty cool. It's called the Widow, for obvious reasons. This is a variation on that Scorpion ship I showed you guys before. This is a Black Ops ship, so it can cloak as well as move really fast while being cloaked, so you can't detect them on radar or like on your screen or anything like that. But if you do want to fight anything, you have to decloak. You can't just stay cloaked forever and like attack people while invisible. But you can sneak up on people fairly easily in this. So there's that. It's a cool looking ship. Ooh, some of the pirate faction ships. I do like this one a lot. I'll show you guys this last one, then we'll jump back. This one's called a Macarial. It looks like it looks like a speed ship, right? It's very fast. There's different skins you can have for it. I only have 3 skins for this ship. There's Glacial Drift, which looks meh. Serpentis looks kind of cool. It's just all black. This is this is like a battleship that moves as fast as like a cruiser. It's like really quick. But I like the Deathglow Hunters the most. It has like the skull in the front. It's like a deep maroon. It looks black, but there's like a deep maroon look here. And then it has the, this is like a Halloween skin that you get, which is pretty cool. All right, one more ship. I'll show you guys some mining ships. And then this is what the Retriever looks like. There's like 3 different variations of like mining ships. But this is essentially what your typical like mining ship looks like. Pretty cool. And then if you want to fly the big ships, you fly the Orca. Pretty cool. All right. I don't know how much of that you guys saw. You guys should have been able to see all of that, so. Hro Discord mentioned Digital Pack might see an airdrop as well as people who pre-ordered. Cool. Well, no, I did hear about the airdrop for people that got leaderboard, right? I did hear that. So I know that, like, people that got top 100. So if you completed the whole set, you get an airdrop. And then if you complete only the top 100, get a Joker like thing. And the mint number is equivalent to what your leaderboard score is. So that's what I'm thinking. But the other ones, like if there's more than that, I don't know. That's the thing I'm questioning is like, what is there beyond the snapshot? Like, what else could there be? Can't wait for more Star Wars and Veve, May the 4th, hopefully. I've heard May the 4th, and then also Revenge of the 6th, or it's like May 6th would be like Revenge of the Sith, but it's like Revenge of the 6th. something like that. So I don't know. I might do a what's it called? A When Wednesday on it of like Star Wars with Jedi and all that stuff. It'd be a lot of fun. I do want to make one of those. Even though those videos get hardly any views, I just love doing them just because they're a lot of fun. They do take a bit of time, so I understand. Let's see. Can I run this without absolutely crashing my life? Let's see. It's one thing I want to, I think for all of you guys that do, not 100% confirmed, right? But if you guys do use, I think this is my login. Is this it? That's not right. I think that's it. Omi the Clown is working on a way so that, like, if you log into ecomi wiki, it'll stay. Whoops, that's not the right one. That if you log into ecomi wiki, it should keep you logged in for like a month, so you don't have to log in like literally every day, sometimes even multiple times each day, which I always felt was a little obnoxious. That's not what I meant to do. These guys in the game have funny names, let's say that. Let's see here. Let's look at the top gainers on the hour for Veve. For the Veves. Clear this. You stacking for MCP earlier, or are you waiting till it's implemented? I don't know. I just don't have like a ton of gems to, like, really throw at. I'm pretty happy with like the MCP I have. The only issue is like we're just getting a lot of like trash tier comics, to be honest. And I mean, I could stack those. I don't know. The main thing I want to see is how many points it costs to buy another ticket, right? That's one thing I'm kind of curious, because it's like, if tickets cost, let's say literally 100 points, and I have to have that many points to like buy like one more extra ticket, right, for Master Collector points, I don't know if like hard stacking is like that worth it. I don't know. I guess it really depends, right? Because it's the same for everyone except for the whales at the end of the day. I don't know, we'll have to see, because it just feels weird. It's like, all right, if tickets are 100 MCP points, like if I was just doing the math randomly, it's like, okay, with that many points and based on how many points I'm getting per day, even if I was being active or whatever, it's like, cool, I can buy 8 more tickets a month, whatever. Or I could like put in another $150 or 200 gems or 500 gems in the app, and now I can get 11 tickets, which, is that worth it for an extra 300 gems worth of like comics or whatever? I don't know. So I would have to do some math. Like, there's gonna be people, including myself, that's gonna find a way to like hyper optimize it, because that's what I've always done in video games and a lot of aspects of like just my life. I've always like loved just doing the number crunching and finding the most optimal way to like min-max points or whatever it is. So there's a certain point where there's diminishing returns where it's just like not worth it anymore, and you just stop, right? Anyway, top gainers. What are we at? 46 after the hour, 47 after the hour. Skateboard is up. Actually went up 20 bucks. Interesting. Day of the Dead Father is also up as well. So these original stamps are going up. Maybe because these are the, I mean, all the stamps are FE now, so I always thought that was kind of strange. Yeah, that's just not gonna work with this. I think I honestly have like way too much stuff running for the market to like react, or to load, I should say. There it goes. It's thinking. There it goes. Day of the Dead Father is up. Mickey Mouse is up. Really, 42 bucks over the last 42 or like 24 hours. Interesting. I guess there was a point where Mickey Mouse was like 160. Penguin is up 115. Interesting. We're actually seeing a lot of green, like low 20s and upper teens, which is nice to see. Ajax, as usual, always in the top gainers or top losers. I feel like Ajax just gets dumped and then pumped, then dumped, then pumped, then dumped, then pumped. Do you think Veve should just have a mix of drop styles, blind box, Q system, choose one, etc., versus just one Q system? I mean, personally, I would like to see that, but Q system is going to be the most fair. Let's say that. Q system would be the most fair. So I don't blame them. I think it would be cool occasionally for them to, let's say, do blind box for like maybe certain comics or just like certain drops that just aren't that popular. I don't even know how they would determine like what's not going to be popular or whatever. But yeah, it would be nice to still have it occasionally. But if they go to full Q system, I don't blame them either. Because like, enjoy it now. Because remember, you know, today people got multiple comics, right? But once we go Q system, winning multiple things is not going to happen anymore. So maybe people want to hold off on Q. I think a lot of people wanted Q system just because of bots. But now it's like, even people that are terrible at timing the 3-2-1-0 or rebounds, like a lot of people are getting these drops. So maybe they do want to delay Q system a bit longer. Who knows? But yeah, it really feels like Ajax over the last like month and a half. I see her all the time, like top gainer, top loser, and she's always there like every other day. Little Friends Black and White is up there. Wow, Captain America. Zombie going for 26. All right, really quick, we'll check out top losers. Top losers. Hello? Oh, it's already there. Oof. Really glad I got rid of my uncommon crotch shot Batman. I'm really glad I got rid of it. I sold it at, I think, what price did I sell it at? Let me look at my phone. I think I sold it at like 90 something, potentially. Transactions. I did sell it. Okay, I sold it for, I think, 94 gems, and I got 86 back, so. I figured I would sell it and be able to buy it back. I do like this Batman a lot. I do like it quite a bit. But it's down 17%. Avengers logo, down 17%. Interesting. Marty's hoverboard, down a lot. OG Devil Bunny. Captain America. The Night Watch. Aston Martin. Invisible Woman. Well, Invisible Woman almost heading back to box price, which is pretty hard to do as a Marvel Mighty. She might be the first one to do it. Like, Black Cat's still a ways off. But jeez, Invisible Woman. Wasn't the box price for Marvel Mighties 13 gems? This has to be an all-time low for Invisible Woman. Also kind of curious what her all-time high even was. Play that. I just want to have one full set before it happens, just in case. I keep looking at Lady and the Tramp, hoping to get a low mint at a low price. I check almost every couple hours. Yeah, I'm not a big low mint guy. But yeah. I don't think we need Q system now. I don't think so either, to be quite honest. I'm very curious. I'm very not much a numbers oriented person as well. So just wanted to share your interests. Danny Phantom is a Pokemon content creator that shares a bunch of charts and trends. Interesting. That's why I bought it up. No multiples with Q system. Yeah, exactly. There's gonna be no more multiples with Q system, so. Really hoping Mr. Fantastic makes an appearance. I stack him, yeah. What are your thoughts on Mickey Mouse band member set for long term? Any potential? I think so. It's still Mickey Mouse at the end of the day. It's part of that series. It's not gonna perform as well as Steamboat Willie, right? A lot of people are saying, well, Steamboat Willie isn't good because it doesn't have FA. It's like, Cool. Well, if you're a Mickey fan, can you afford the $18,000 to afford a partners? Because that's the FA Mickey at the end of the day. Then cool. If that's not the case, arguably the next best Mickey that's a 3D collectible is Steamboat Willie. Or I guess you go with the lenticular card, but that's FE, right? So it depends if you want the card versus, you know, a 3D collectible, whatever it is. So I do think Band Mickey will do well. I think I showed that picture that one day of like all the Mickeys, like different variations of him, and 2 of them was Steamboat Willie, and the other one was Band Mickey. There was another one of him like in like a Robin Hood kind of looking outfit. There's another one of him being Fantasia Mickey with like the sorcerer's hat. Yeah, I think sorcerer's hat's gonna do very well on the platform when they eventually do it. So, and I do think that would weirdly inadvertently pump sorcerer's hat, so we'll see. Hi, I'm new here. What are HRO cards? I don't know if you're trolling, Mr. Locknet, but they're essentially just like hybrid physical NFTs or physical cards that are also NFTs with like QR codes on the back. So licensed by Disney, by DC. Really quick, I do want to check this. All right, it's not technically an all-time low for Invisible Woman, but it's pretty cheap. Yeah, the box price for this was, I know it's kind of hard to see, 13 gems. You can see up here. Yeah, she was very low. Her all-time high was 90 gems. Dude, oof, cannot imagine buying her for 90 gems. She's really hurting. And she by far looks the worst out of all of them. This is the HRO marketplace. Go to hro.gg. That's the best way to go. hro.gg. I guess I have caps lock on as well. DC officially licensed physical / NFT like trading cards collecting and all that stuff. They have leaderboards as well to help incentivize people to buy low mints, buy complete sets, all kinds of stuff. It's too much information to kind of like regurgitate. I need to find like a place, like a 1 paragraph snippet that can like just sum up everything that is HRO in like 3 sentences, for the most part. People get airdrops and stuff like that based on where they place on leaderboards, based on a certain time, and all that fun stuff. So, sold Elsa, I have a feeling it will go down to 800, especially near May 4, especially if Star Wars comes out, rolling the dice. Yeah, a lot of people are. I do think just the idea that Star Wars is happening, even if it doesn't happen, just the idea that it's going to happen, it could go down. I saw someone opening Nickelodeon NFT packs on TikTok. Have you heard anything about those? Opening Nickelodeon NFT packs. Like physical or digital packs? I don't know. I haven't heard of it. To be honest, I'm only sticking to like relatively popular and officially licensed like NFT projects and stuff. Like even HRO is kind of like, should I? But like I'm sticking with things like Veve and stuff. Like I'm not too big of a fan of, you know, mutated ape.io thingy, whatever. Like I just don't really care. That's only on Recur, not ready yet for Nickelodeon. It's only on Recur, not ready yet for Nickelodeon. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I'm not too sure. Let's see. So there's a lot of great videos I could explain HRO in way more depth and in a much more succinct fashion than I could. And even then, even I'm questioning like, what is the utility of these like long term? They did say there could be gamification. There is like, I will say the amount of information or like the clarity of like where the project is going is like extremely hazy, to be honest. Like I have no idea what the utilities of these like long term, what these could potentially do. Are these even worth like, part of me feels like it's kind of gonna be like what's it called, serial killers and some other independent artists that did airdrops, or it's like people collected the full set and then when the airdrop happens, not only did a bunch of people get airdrops at once, so everyone starts undercutting each other for the airdrop or like pricing, but also basically the utility of the NFT or the sets themselves are just gone. So it's like people just dump them immediately on the market. So I feel like I'm like really lagging on the stream. So I might end up closing this EVE Online thing. That'll probably help everything in my life. Yeah, because that's not working. Cool. And I'll move this over here. Where is this? There it goes. Jesus. All right. So stream should be better now. I can imagine a legendary SpongeBob. God, I never really watched SpongeBob, to be honest. I knew there was gonna be a song that came along that I did not care about. I hate this new music that he put out. Wasn't a really big SpongeBob watcher. I think I was a bit too old by the time SpongeBob came out to like really enjoy it. I know you don't need to be young or whatever to like enjoy it, but I think I was too busy like watching like X-Men and Spider-Man and Batman and playing video games and a bunch of other stuff like by the time SpongeBob came out. That was kind of one nice thing about having two older brothers is I kind of just watched what they did. So they also had access to like more mature games like Grand Theft Auto and stuff than I probably could when I was like a young lad. So I was always playing games that were like way too mature for my age. Like while my friends were playing backyard baseball, like I was playing like GTA and Half-Life and like blowing people's heads off and stuff, which probably isn't, you know, good as a kid, but I enjoyed it. That's for sure. Yeah, but a lot of these cards are, it's interesting because, actually let me switch here. All right, that's not showing it. Because right now, like there's an issue with like the QR scanning, and plus there's also a lot of misprints going on with the HRO cards physically. So I'm kind of curious to see what HRO is gonna do to kind of get themselves out of this little shitty situation, to be honest. Like physical cards don't work, or I really think the QR codes are on the wrong cards. So if that's a mix-up, then there could be a huge issue. I think it's a little bit too late to like recall millions of cards all across the US. They might just let it ride, but I'm genuinely curious how the hell they're gonna come up with like a solution to this. They could just like, I don't know, someone like in the Twitter spaces said like, oh, well, they could do a, what do you call? What's it called? I don't know, people could just contact support and they get like the correct QR code for the thing, but that just sounds like an absolute nightmare for people. Like you're literally gonna have like what, thousands of people emailing a day, like trying to get the right QR code for the right thing. Like, so I'm genuinely curious how they're gonna get out of that situation. When you and your friends were setting backyard baseball, vibes is setting the blade. Exactly. Exactly. You know, they played Super Smash and stuff too, so I like that as well. But yeah, I was playing all kinds of crazy stuff, especially on PlayStation 1. I was playing, like, I'm trying to remember all, like, it's not that violent, like Tomb Raider. Siphon Filter was fun. Metal Gear Solid I liked a lot. You know, I don't think SOCOM was on PlayStation 1. I'm trying to remember some other, like, not so PG games. If Series 2 of digital drops and hybrid packs come out, is it a rolling leaderboard? Then future airdrops? I have no idea, Anthony. These are all questions that they do not have answers to right now. At least that I can't find, to be quite honest. If I had to imagine, they are going to be not rolling, but just a new thing, right? That way people have an opportunity to kind of win month over month, or like, you know, between seasons or between hybrid packs or whatever. Because that way, the person that got in first place here isn't going to win first place every time just because they're so far ahead or they won all the times prior, right? So I think it's a new thing each and every time. So artifact. 151 collectibles. I think that's the person with the highest amount of collectibles. 151. Or no, 153 by this guy. Wow. He has an 837 Wonder Woman. So he's got a low mint Wonder Woman. That is absurd. Trade. Let's see what else he's got. Add items. Not digital exclusive. Let's look at Mythic. Looks like he just has this. Just the Wonder Woman. He has all the legendaries. He has multiples of legendaries. So he's got 4 Jokers, 3 Harleys, 3 Batmans. 3 Darkseids, 2 Aquamans, 3 Wonder Womans, 3 of these. I know what this X means. I think he might have one listed on Immutable X. I think this one specifically. Not entirely sure. Don't know why this Lex Luthor. Oh, it's because he has multiples. I'm like, why does this not have a mint? Epics. Yeah. But, I mean, he has the only mythics so far because there's no other mythics listed yet. The other 2 mythics are part of the digital exclusive. So, he doesn't have them, but looks like he's playing the, what do you call it? The hybrid packs as well. Yeah, I was wondering that it would prevent people from selling all the original cards. That's, again, that's something I have no clue about. If there's continual, what do you call it? Utility or whatever, if there's even a reason to hold those cards, that'd be awesome. But if not, I don't know. I have no idea. Best show on Nickelodeon was Avatar: The Last Airbender. Disney's best show was American Dragon, Jake Long, Recess, Cartoon Network, everything. My favorite was Samurai Jack. Didn't watch Samurai Jack. I did watch Recess. I've heard of Jake Long. I've heard of Avatar: Last Airbender. I watched a little bit of it. Not a ton. Like, I do like anime, but some of the original, like some of the old school animes are really good. But the pacing and the amount of filler episodes are god awful. Sometimes you're just waiting so long for the plot to move, or they just spend so much time and nuance on certain topics that just do not make sense or you care about or whatever. It's like it gets pretty bad at times. So that's why it was really hard for me to like watch certain classics like Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, Last Airbender. It was just like so many filler episodes and just so many stuff. So I have 3 legendaries that are all misprints pulled from packs and 5 epics. That's awesome, dude. That's a really good pull, or those are really good cards. Like I should say rarities to pull, let's say. Not sure how many packs you open, but I still got my 2 packs from the digital set. That's it. I'm not opening them. I've said this before. I'm never going to open these packs. I'm never going to open them. I will trade them to someone else or sell them that will open them, but I'm never opening those packs. I do think waiting long enough, like these packs will be worth a lot. 34 packs? That's a lot. Oh, 3-4 pack. Like 34 packs. I'm like, holy moly. 3-4 packs. And that's actually really good. Holy moly. That's really good. Who's your favorite Veve content creator? I have a lot of different ones for different reasons. Ooh, it really depends on like what I'm looking for. Entertainment wise, like if I was just wanting to get entertained, just have a good laugh, like Dino is definitely up there. Like Dino is hilarious. Yeah, Dino's pretty funny. I'm trying to think of some other like Veve Vision, like they're funny too. I like them. For like information about like the market and stuff, you know, Rob stuff is good too. My Collectibles, like if you need like a good energy, good vibe, My Collectibles is good. Dude, I love Veve 3 and just like his like info dumps on stuff on the market, not just market, but like drops. Like there's so much stuff that I there's just so much stuff that there's like a drop happening and I just want info on. I'm like, who is this? Like, what's so important? Whatever. He really helps with that. I'm trying to think of what else, who other content creators there are. I like Cavella Anderson. He does good like big picture on just like Veve, Omi, like the whole project as a whole. So I really like that. What else? The dude also just grinds a shit ton of videos. Like I can't keep up with all of them, to be honest. Like I think today he even had like 3 or 4 videos posted. Like I just can't keep up with them. And like at times they can get a bit repetitive, but then so can I, right? Talking about the market, like there's just not a lot of new stuff happening on Veve right now. So like you kind of have to get creative with just like random stuff you can talk about, which is why I, even on Veve, I ask people like, hey, is there any video ideas? Cause like I'm running out of stuff to talk about a little bit. My Hro username is just Hro Vibes. Have you tried to sell Hro cards on Immutable X? No, I haven't, but I've seen other people do it. It seems super easy, though it seems at times it can kind of get not necessarily glitchy, but it's just random when like sometimes it just takes forever for it to transfer over. I'm trying to think of like other content creators. I mean, there's just so many of them. It's hard to keep up. Like how many am I even sub to? Like if I pull it up here, like you can see here on the left side, like how many I'm sub to. Also, I've been watching what's it called? Severance. Great show. Subs. I thought there's a subscriptions. Oh God, it's showing me all this. Yeah, it's like Randy Chavez, Veve Vault, Rob Stuff, Superstar Money, Randy Chavez, Johnny Dunn, not Randy Chavez. Yeah, Cavell Anderson, NFT Pirates, Foster Hill, Kyle Wilson, The Gale, Kobe Collects, Chris Coffee, Hello K, Taps Trades, Andrew Ellis, Dog, Veve Vision, Non-Fungible Wonderful, Mel's Meta Magic, Cody Thrive a little bit. I mean, it's just whatever. Comics of Crypto, Sleeping Comics, Butt Thompson, the VVT, Gem God. Like, there's just so many content creators. It's so hard to keep up with all of them, to be honest. For sure, but I highly recommend Avatar. For sure, I highly recommend Avatar. It's up there with top shows like Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones, except the last season. That's typically what happens with... Oh, except the last season, yeah. For an American animation, so goated. Okay, cool. I commented on the Veve post, unaware of it. If you've done it already, I'll have to check again. I got a lot of posts, or I got a lot of people saying a lot of things, which is awesome. I mean, that's what I asked for, right? Which is video ideas. Real Property, can you talk about low mints and how that works? I know it's important with comics, but I don't see the importance with collectibles. You mean for like Master Collector Program, or like what's the point of low mint collectibles? Is that what you're asking, Real Property? Coded Thrive came out as homophobic. Yeah, I saw his recent video talking about that. Yeah, he thinks it's weird or whatever. So I don't think he came out saying he like hates them or anything like that. He's just, I think he just doesn't really understand the whole picture, right? So he's just weirded out about it. So I don't know. But the whole term like phobic in my mind, it means like you hate them or you like loathe them or something like that. But yeah, I mean, what he said was very distasteful, obviously, and it probably definitely rubbed people the wrong way. That's why those topics are pretty contentious. So it is what it is. So it's not like I mean, it is what it is. So yeah, I don't know what you mean by like low mints. Are you talking about for like Master Collector Program, or just like the appeal to have a low mint? I'm trying to understand the context of like low mints. That is one thing I was almost going to make a video on, was like low mints, which I still might do depending on how this topic goes, which is, it's kind of like the good and bad about low mints. Like if we look here, let's actually look at the Batman universe. Birds of Prey. Let's do Solomon Grundy. So the nice thing about what's it called, Hro, is they're very, very black and white with what they consider premium mint number. which you click this premium mint number, and it shows you anything that's mint 50 or below, it's considered a premium mint. Veve doesn't have anything like that. The whole thing of like, oh, sub 100 or like 100 and below, that's all community generated. At some point, people in the community universally agreed, yeah, anything that's 100 and below is considered low mint. But also, there's a lot of people out there that think 197 is a low mint. You know, 235 is a low mint. Based on how many mints, who knows, you know? Bottom 5%, bottom 10%. Some people think it's tied to a number. Some people think it's tied to a percentage. Some people think it's tied to something else. Right? It really all depends. So, you know, if we look at something like the Aston Martin drop that had like 400 and something drop, like total, technically, even though it said 507, the developers and everyone else took like 90 mints. So, it's really closer to like 427 or something like that. Regardless. So is the sub 100 mint, is that technically considered low mint? Because that's only like the bottom 25%. Not even. It's like the bottom 24%, whatever. You know, is that still considered low mint? But the nice thing about the market, or I should say HRO, is that like they've made it very black and white. Like if you own a 50 mint or below, it's considered a low mint, or it's considered a premium mint, which is interesting because that has nothing to do with how many are in circulation and or total, right? So if we look at, gotta go back here, digital exclusive. So like Solomon Grundy has 1600 mints, and anything 50 or below is considered low mint. But if we also look at Joker, that has 400, so literally a fourth of the amount of mints. It's the same song and dance. Everything is below 50. Same thing with the legendaries. Even though there's only 100 legendaries of each one, Batman and Riddler. If you have a sub 50 mint, it's considered a premium mint. So whether it's the bottom 50%, bottom 10%, doesn't matter. Vibes, real talk, who's your AC provider? How can you survive this heat? Right now? I don't know. It's whatever my apartment complex. The AC is super good here. I will admit that. It's super good. My old apartment complex, I also lived on like a third floor apartment. It got super hot, and whenever I turned the AC on, it would take a full, 10 to 15 minutes to like really start feeling it. Here, you turn on the AC, you immediately start feeling just huge wave of cold air. But yeah, it's awesome. Scalper, did you find any HRO packs recently up there, up north? 3 of the Walmarts, the 3 closest Walmarts to me, all have issues with theft and fighting, so they don't carry cards. Like I asked like the customer service multiple times, went to different locations, like went to the toy section, went to electronics, like all these different places within those stores, and they all said the same thing. They're like, yeah, we just don't carry cards anymore. And if they basically just like refuse cards, so like even if like MJ Holdings like did offer to like give them cards or whatever, they basically deny the, what's it called? They deny the delivery, I think physically, but they like reroute it to like some warehouse where like they sell it on like Walmart.com and like they do the sale. I don't know, it's really weird how it's like set up, but essentially they just don't carry cards. And so I'm like, well, great, that's awesome. Okay, I understand. Yeah, I mean, comparatively to like low mint, because there is a low mint bonus for the Master Collector program, right? Damn. EV low mint Master Collector program. There is a small bonus you get for getting low mints. Just in general, I don't think comics or I don't think it matters whether it's a comic or a collectible, I believe. Okay, maybe not. So comics, low mint bonus, a 50% bonus is earned for the 5% lowest mint to the public. So if you do get a low mint comic, you do get a 50% bonus to the points. So if you own a secret rare, you get 9 points instead of 6. Is that not the case for collectibles? Okay, here it is. Half a point for the 5% lowest. 5-point rarity bonus here. Yeah, so you get a very small bonus for the same thing, 5% lowest mint. Also, just low mints in general, just, you know, collectors want them, right? Or some people are willing to pay a premium for them. So there is that. So there is a small benefit, just like number crunching wise when it comes to Master Collector Program. But also there's just collectors out there that like low mint stuff and whatever else, right? I was in Snobsdale and remembered why I cannot handle it. I have had zero luck, even hit 5 Walmarts in Scottsdale area and nada. Oof. Fights. Snotsdale is full of collectibles dealers. Yeah, I can imagine. But I'm down here in Mesa. It's like a 35-minute drive from there to here. But I've checked all the Walmarts. Like, there's even a couple Walmarts that look like they were like recently stocked with cards and like no HRO. But there was somebody on Twitter that didn't at me, but someone else like added me on Twitter, which is someone down in like Benson, Arizona, which is like near Tucson. So it's, you know, like a 2-hour drive from me south. I don't even know how long it would take me to go from here to Tucson, to be honest. Dino just spamming the shit out of Discord. That's something not a huge fan of on Discord. It's like, I just get so many messages from like all the Discord groups and stuff. I just like have to eventually put some on mute. Like, I hate opening up my phone and seeing 11 Discord messages from all the groups that I'm in. And I'm like, skip. 2.5 hours? That's what I figured. How long would it take me to drive there? It would take me... Let's see. Tell me on Google Maps. It would take me... Yeah, 2 hours and 20 minutes. You're like dead on, Diane. Dead on. Think you've hacked my location. Is that Discord full of content creators? Just content creators? Is that Discord? No. I'm talking about Dino Lang's Discord. Dino's Discord. Dino posts quite a bit. I know Kobe posts quite a bit. There's a few other content creators. I used to be in their Discords and I just left just because I'm just like not active at all. All I'm doing is just getting a ton of notifications that I just skip anyway, so. Alex S. Fantastic Beasts is coming out this week. Do you think we'll get a Harry Potter drop? Possibly. I don't know. It'd be cool if we got one, but I just don't know. What's your HRO collection? Let me show you. This is it. 2 packs. I didn't open any packs. I regret not buying 10 of them, the digital packs. When I started, I have no physical cards yet because my pre-orders didn't get here and there's none here in the Walmarts that I live in, so. I might check again tomorrow. We'll see. But so far those MJ Holdings guys are dragging their ass here in Arizona. Dragging ass, I tell you. Okay. My phone reminded me of a voicemail that was 12 hours ago. It's weird. I thought it was the same song again. It's not like on repeat, is it? No, I'm like, what the hell? Whatever. Skip that, skip that, skip that. Oh, yeah. Are you gonna open those packs? Prices down? No, I think those packs are like, I'm literally never gonna open. I might just sell them because even after the snapshot, even if for whatever reason, I have no idea what the hell kind of utility HRO is gonna have after the snapshot, because in my mind, after the snapshot, what is the point of holding the cards? Except for just to chase the next leaderboard or just like allocate money and resources to the next drop, right? For the next snapshot. So unless HRO can be very, very clear with why should I even bother holding these cards beyond that, I do think the market could just dump. I do think even regardless, even if all the packs were opened, except for these two, I do think there are people out there that like the novelty of having unopened packs of the very first digital drop that's ever happened on HRO, I do think there'll be some novelty to that. So I do fully, even though, like, let's say even all the legendaries are unboxed, who cares? All the Riddlers and all the Batmans have been unboxed or found. I still think people are going to want the packs, you know, just to say that they have an open pack. And the best way to flex on that, right, is like you can just add it to the market. You can just have it up on the market for, you know, 999,000 or whatever, and everyone can see it. People are going to see your name. People are going to add you, or, you know, like you, whatever it is. And the less packs that there are, the better. And I've played other digital asset games like Team Fortress 2, where like the very first crates or the very first like boxes or loot boxes, whatever you want to call it, that they give to you, like and those loot boxes were like 12 years ago. There's not very many left, and they're going for like 20 or 30 bucks now in like the secondary market on Steam. You can look them up on Steam. I think it's just like, I think it's like loot crate number 1 or something like that. You have to look it up on Steam. But like there's just hardly any of them, and the reason why they're the most expensive is because they give the most like original effects, right? It's the first kind. People covet those because they're super hard to get. So that's kind of what I'm banking on here too. It's like, me personally, I'm never like, all right, I might open a pack if there's like a 50-50 chance. Like, it got to the point where there's like, all right, all the packs are open except for like a small handful, and there's still a couple legendaries left. I'm like, okay, maybe I'll open them. But other than that, I'm just going to keep them sealed forever and just put them up on the market for what I think is a good time. Could be 6 months, could be a year, 2 years, 5 years. I have no idea. But if I did buy 10 packs though, I probably would have opened, I might have opened 1 or 2, but odds are I probably would have kept 5 and just sold 5 on the secondary market for like 880, which was the all-time high for the packs. That way I had some like house money, right, to play with for like the next drop. And I'm pretty much just holding the packs just because it's guaranteed profit, right? You let everyone else take the risk of spending hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars trying to chase legendaries or high-end epics, whatever it is. And as the prices of those things go up, I just hold them. Yeah, like Jerry knows what's up. Jerry, you're gonna join me, right? Never opening the packs. Just wait, super long term. Hro said there would be benefits for holding long term. Wait to see what it is. Exactly. No one knows what it is, so if it's good enough, we'll see. But that's the whole point of like this. It's the only issue I really have with like HROs. Like, there's so much information just missing. Like, no one knows when a season's going to start or end. What are the benefits? What are the utilities? What's the point of holding these cards? Is there going to be gamification? Is there going to like, what is the point of any of this really at the end of the day? I don't know. At least in the card aspect things, because there's so much incentive to basically just pump your portfolio as much as you can. Get till the snapshot, and then when snapshot happens, you sell everything, and then you chase the next pump, right? That's what I'm thinking. Never opening, that's good to hear, Jerry. Me and you. Between us, 12 packs. Let's go. I'm really upset I didn't buy 10, to be quite honest. And I easily could have, but I was just like, I don't know if I want to throw too much money at this. And I'm like, why didn't I just throw 500 bucks at this? What's the difference between 100 and 500? Just do it. But I learned my lesson. Next digital drop, I'm going to buy as many packs as I can and just max it out. Like, there's kind of no reason not to. I don't think they're going to hit, you know, I don't think like these the season 2 or like the next series of digital exclusive drops. I don't think the packs are going to hit $800 or almost $900 like they did this time around. But you could still like 5x your money. Like, you're not going to 15x your money, but you could probably 5x your money, which is still pretty darn good. At least that's what I'm thinking. So. Go back to here. Dude, there were some comics on Veve going for super cheap the other day. I was actually pinging some of the content creators about it. There were some super cheap comics going on right now. Let me show you. I'm just gonna look at all-time gainers and losers and stuff, so. It's popular. These are the top losers. This is all the new comics, so relatively new. No, it's not. This is Astonishing X-Men. Yeah, this is different. Yeah, this is a different drop. I don't think there's been enough time in the market for the new comics to drop in price. Yeah, Inhumans is just getting, God, the Ultra Rare is sub $30. Wow. I'm so glad I got rid of mine. I think I sold mine for like 48 bucks. It was a relatively low mint. I think it was like a low 4-digit. So it sold decently well. Yeah, like this Craven comic. This is the part 2. I do think that this series of comics is going to be like Craven the Hunter. Obviously that one was a 7-part series. This one's a 5-part. But I was just like looking on the market. I really wish I could show you guys what the hell. Let me try and show you what's on my phone again, if it'll let me. Okay. Still not working. Yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on. And it's open, it's working. So that's not what I want. There it goes. I guess I had to click off it and click back. That's weird. Gosh, there were so many good comics for like so cheap before. Should probably move this over too. Does that not matter? Yeah, it doesn't really matter. That works. But I do remember seeing like, gosh, like Ultimate Fallout. There's an Ultimate Fallout listing for like $55 or something like that. Like during the Batman drop, there was a trying to remember. There was a series. There was also a, not Hawkeye. Where's the Bullseye one? I'm trying to find the Bullseye comic. First appearance of Bullseye, which is a decent comic. You know, it's not like high A tier, but I think it's like relatively high B tier. The Bullseye comic. Yeah, there was also a Journey in the Mystery. Like uncommon. No, there was a. Sorry if I'm like all over the place here. Marvel Comics. There was a Thor one, I think, for cheap as well. Yeah, there was like an ultra. Dude, I bought an ultra rare Thor like 2.5 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago for like $5.10, and that was like the lowest price, or like close to an all-time low. Now it's down to like $4.60. I think it was even cheaper than that at one point. But I didn't pass it. Also, this is what gets annoying about comics. You have to like scroll all the way down to find what the hell you're looking for. One thing I do not like about the current comic setup. Just taking so long to get down. Yeah, Kang. Yeah, there was a Kang listing, I think, going for like $189 at one point too. I was like, holy moly, an uncommon Kang. Of course, my thing crashed. All right, sorry about that. I don't know what's going on with that. So, do you think comics or collectibles will be worth more long term? It highly depends on the collectibles as well as the comics. There is a benefit to the comics just because they're pretty much done. Like, if you look at like Marvel Comics #1, like they're not gonna make more print runs of Marvel Comics #1. Like they're done. There's only 60,000, right? If we look at Kang, like there's only 10,000 mints of Kang total, and they're done. Like they're not gonna make more of those comics. But collectibles, they can make more Spider-Mans, more Batmans, more Star Wars. They could do more anything, really. on the collectible side, which is why I think, you know, FAs will be very, very prevalent for collectibles for certain characters, which will be a very big deal. So yeah, long term, it's way too early to speculate. Part of me really wants to think like comics are gonna do great, and they will. Like, don't get me wrong, especially since it is mostly Marvel comics. A lot of people like Marvel movies. Marvel is being very prevalent, and a lot of people that grew up with like Marvel movies, I think, are kind of getting into comics. Like, I wasn't a big comic collector myself, but there's even a couple times over these last like couple months where I'm like, it'd be kind of cool to own, like, even though like a super cheap comic or like a super new comic, I could like, it'd be cool to own like a 9 point something for like, you know, 20 bucks, 100 bucks, whatever it is, and just have it on my wall or something like that. But what's gonna do better long term? I think having a balance of both. Though there's arguments to be made for both sides, I will say collectibles are much more influenced by the market. Like, those tend to nosedive like really hard unless you own some of the Grail stuff or some of the really high-end stuff, like, you know, some of the higher end golden moments, secret rare Spider-Man, secret rare this, secret rare that. That's why when I kind of started getting comics, like, I was kind of focusing on like the ultra rares for the most part, because I do like the Veve exclusive variants, as well as the fact is like they don't move as much as some of the other comics. I don't know, or like the other rarities. And that's a pretty subjective question. I hope I answered it. I do think a balance of both. To be honest, like my portfolio was like 98% collectibles and 2% comics. Now it's probably 25-75, like 25% comics, 75% collectibles. I do want to get more comics though. Ideally, I would like to get to the point where it's probably like 70-30, maybe 65, or like 60-40. Hit 7 comics today, all commons, uncommon. Oof, that's rough. Yeah, I got 2 comics and I stopped, and then I got 2 commons, so rip. I just sold 1 just to, you know, cool, I lost 2 gems, whatever. But Daredevil #1, is that like 50 gems? I remember when it was around 100. Yes, sir. Yeah, it's super cheap now. PV Comics search bar? Yes, please. Not a bot. When are the comics people coming? Like, never. I don't think we necessarily need like comic people per se. It definitely does help, because I mean, you look at My Collectibles and Sleeping in Comics, like those guys stack, and when they decide to stack something, they stack it pretty hard. But I think it's no different than the collectibles, right? They're stacking the popular FAs, the popular comics. A little bit of speculation, right? Things like NYX, I think could have a future. Was it the daughter of Wolverine? She could have a future in the MCU. I think it's pretty much confirmed, right? It's just like a matter of when, not if. So yeah. So there's a bit of speculation that goes on. I mean, there's always speculation going on in comics for the most part, just saying like which one's going to make an appearance in movies or this or that. Yeah, I do like comics though. I do like, let me see here. Still by far, I mean, you guys know. The Uncommon Kane cover, like there's some covers of comics that I'd rather have on my wall as art than just like the normal 2D independent artist IP art, right? Like there's some really good art out there. Like that's one of my favorite covers, which is the Avengers 8. And you guys already know. If you guys have hung out. We have a couple new people in here, so I've been kind of... I think it's because it's on the top losers, right? Or I put Avengers. That's probably why. Right? Help me out here. It's not like the Avengers, right? I thought it was just Avengers. All right, looks like we gotta do a refresh here. What up, peeps? What up, Deeble? Seem new. How you doing? Comics. Go back to comics. Fallen Sun. Yeah. I do like this comic cover. Dude, I love this ultra rare cover. It's so sick. Wolverine and Iron Man, probably my two favorite Marvel characters going at it. First off, Iron Man is better than Batman. Like, I don't care what you say. And then Wolverine is pretty sick. Dude, I love that cover. I might actually end up buying the ultra rare cover at some point. I might wait a little bit longer because I do think it's going to go for cheap. Like, as the series continues. Like, because I think we're getting a comic drop every day for the next 4 days. Would you be able to answer how people are still buying gems off market and using them? Off market and using them. People are still buying gems. I mean, there's still accounts with a ton of gems on them, right? So it's literally no different than how people were doing gems before, right? Except there's just an extra step. So, let's say, Beeble, me and you wanted to buy gems from each other. I'm gonna buy, you know, 1,000 gems from you, whatever. And we have a middleman, or a middle person, as you should. You know, what's it called? An escrow. So what you do, essentially, is I'm trying to buy it from you. So I'm giving you money and you give me the gems, whatever. So you list an item. I'm trying to remember how this works exactly. Yeah, the escrow just kind of stays in the middle for the most part. Just make sure everything's confirmed. So, I mean, it's the same step. So you list an NFT, ideally for a 2.5% fee, and then they can buy it from you with gems, right? But before they do that, they want to make sure that you send the money over for the most part. Or no, you give that to the. So this is how it works, actually. So you list it from there. I'm trying to remember, like, Dino explained it. There's like an extra step that's involved. There's like a small extra step that is like involved with it. Okay, so I remember how this works now. So the middleman, so I'm buying 1,000 gems from you. The escrow will put up an NFT, and that person will buy it from them for 1,000 gems. Or whatever including the tax, all the fees, because you actually have to take into consideration 2 fees for the most part. So he'll put it up for, let's say, 1,050 gems. You'll buy it from the escrow, so that the gems are not in the escrow's account, and so he has it. And the other person is going to confirm, hey, can you deliver the money? And then once that's confirmed by the other person, hey, the money's been delivered. I am now going to list an NFT on the market. And the person that I'm buying it from, so I'm buying it from the escrow at this point for 1,000 gems, right? Or whatever it is. So I think I might have got that slightly backwards, but that's essentially how it works. So it's essentially, no, they list an NFT and I buy it from them. Sorry, it gets a little confusing in like explaining it, but I hope that kind of makes sense. It's the same thing, except there's just an extra step now of like, now the escrow has to list an NFT as like a middle person for the most part. In my opinion, this time of Veve is like when Amazon sold books. Once Veve has utility, MCP, cash out, etc., these prices will be long past us. As long as Veve keeps improving, I see it happening. I think so too. This is just kind of like the little lull before everything. But I do think there's going to be like a 6 or 9 month window where like a lot of shit is just happening at the same time. This is all the meat and potato content I've talked about before, right? Utility, like OMI utility, OMI to NFT, master collector program, cash out, Q system, all that stuff. I don't think Q system might cause a small pump in the market, but still bullish that Deadpool hopefully appears in the new Doctor Strange movie. Remember this comment for when it happens. Okay, I'll keep it in mind. Been watching almost every day. What's up, dude? Awesome. Fab, yeah. Iron Man, I have an Iron Man tattoo. Iron Man over Batman? Hell yeah, hard agree. I do want to make an emote for those ninja viewers, the people that there's 2 different terms. There's lurking and there's ninja views, right? At least that's the way I see it. So if you're a lurker / ninja viewer, meaning like you watch a lot but you don't talk and chat, which is fine, but I did want to have like a little like ninja like looking over a bush or something like that. So basically it's like you're kind of just lurking, right? Like I'm listening, I'm watching, but I'm not saying anything. Maybe this could be like the lurk emote. I don't know, it look kind of weird. It's like I'm watching, but I'm not talking. I don't know. Most of the time, the seller covers the NFT cost and fee. Yeah, exactly. Seller just keeps the NFT. Yeah. I think Dino says the they, you know, pay a little bit extra for the NFT or whatever it is. Like there's a thing that they do to figure it out. Dino has it all figured out more than I do, but who pays for the NFT? Buyer or seller? Who pays for the NFT? What do you mean who pays for the NFT? Because really at the end of the day, it's because really it's the person that's buying the gems that like ends up losing an NFT, right? So they got that piece together. Yeah, so it's hard. Like I figure I wish you could have a graph or something like that, but essentially because the escrow is going to put up an NFT that the person that's selling the gems is going to buy, right? So they're basically putting the gems into the escrow's account by buying an NFT. So -1 NFT for the escrow, +1 for the guy selling the gems. And then once the money transfer is confirmed, then the guy that's selling, or the guy that I should say that's buying the gems, needs to put up an NFT because he needs the gems in his account, right? The escrow will actually buy the NFT from the buyer, and then now the gems are in his account. And so now the NFT is actually moved from the buyer over to the escrow. So now the escrow didn't lose an NFT technically, and the buyer lost one. So they do take that price into consideration a little bit. So I'm confused, but I won't sell off app. Yeah, I mean, it's up to you. There are certain ways to kind of like protect yourself, but at the same time, I mean, if something does kind of happen, or kind of SOL, seller usually covers the cost of the NFTs, so you just add it to the cost of the weapon rack or whatever the gem cost amount. Exactly. So they are helping bots sell their gems. Not cool. Not always bots. Sometimes there are genuine people that need to cash out, right? Not every single person that's trying to cash out NFTs is a bot, right? Not always. There's quite a few people that actually sell their NFTs and they're not bots. I just bought over 2K gems recently. Super easy. You can't always assume it's bots though. Everyone has different situations. Exactly. Eyeballs, those two eyeballs, dude. I lurk when Hro comes up because I don't speak on what I don't know unless something funny happens, like the guy selling Wonder Woman. I mean, you can ask questions. I mean, I probably know just as much as you do. Like, nobody knows what's happening with Hro. Like, the utility, what's the long-term reason to, like, hold shit? Like, I don't know. And, like, we're all still trying to speculate how the market's gonna play out. Hell yeah. I might change out that emote. It looks a bit weird. It's also kind of hard to see, too. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see it. So I'll probably change that one out. Thought it looked better on stream, but it does look Thanks, Ken Penguin. Got low mint, sub 300. Take me out of the ball game stamp on drop. Would you hodl or sell? Just your thoughts. To be honest, I probably would have sold that day one. Like anything, I just don't like dealing with low mints and trying to get a premium price. Like in my mind, if I'm gonna hold something, if I get a low mint, I'm gonna of like an NFT or whatever it is, or I mean a collectible or a comic. I'm either gonna try and sell it within like 24 hours or just hold it for like 24 months, something like that. It's either like a super long-term hold and you're trying to find the perfect buyer, or you just sell it right away while the iron's hot, right? While it's popular. Because look at this. No one is gonna look at Fallen Sun series 1 or part 1 of the Fallen Sun comic more than the day it drops. It's never going to get looked at again as much as it is today. So that's what everyone's looking at. And so if you're going to try and sell a low mint, you want to try and sell it at a time when like literally as many eyes as possible are on the app looking for it. Any other day, it's going to be way harder to sell it. So I'd rather just sell it ASAP, get it out of my vault, get rid of the headache, get a small premium, maybe not as much as a premium. Like maybe I only get 3x the floor or 4x the floor versus 5 or 6x the floor later, but I'm also have to wait so much longer. And plus nowadays, gems now are going to be worth more than gems 6 months from now. You know, you can get a lot more with 60 gems now, or let's say 200 gems now, than you will be with 200 gems 6 months from now. That's my opinion. So it's like I would have just sold it ASAP, and you probably still can. You know, it's just going to be difficult. Hold on, what the hell is this music? What the hell is this? See, it's all this new music I hate, dude. Anyway. I know I keep saying it, but the sell walls are what's keeping the market down. You can go on comics, randomly scroll, stop anywhere, open that comic, and I bet their sell walls done it 6 times. No, there's no issue with sell walls. I don't have any issue with any sell walls or anything like that. So I think sell walls is perfectly fine. I mean, it literally, like, anything that happens on a market. Diane C, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Appreciate it. Got to get the little gold flakes. Got to get the gold flakes. Alex G would be proud. There's no issue with sell walls. I don't know. I mean, yeah, that's what keeps the price down, but it's a free market, right? Bots would put up massive sell walls, right? But people would buy them up. If it's a popular enough comic, it doesn't matter. So I have literally zero issue with sell walls. And if anything, it's good if you're a buyer, because then you try to, you know, there's a giant sell wall and you can just buy what's listed lower, right? People are gonna always want to undercut. So I have zero issue with sell walls personally. Before it was only one NFT moved. Now there is two NFT buyers in escrow. Yeah, pretty much. There's just an extra step for the most part. Musky Doge, what's up? Vibes, hope all is well, bro. It is. I'm late in the stream. Did you get the drop today? Yeah, I got 2 comics, double commons, which is pretty sick. I just sold one for like tiny loss. I don't know, I just wanted to get rid of it. I just sold my higher mint one, to be quite honest. Wow. The Fall of Sun ultra rare is already up to 41 gems. It was at 34 not too long ago. Oh, so this seems a little out of date. I know it's kind of hard to see, but let me remove the chat. Why is it off screen? Hold on, my bad. The hell? That does not seem right. Oh no, this is it. There it goes. It says it's only been 2 hours, so this is probably off. I don't know. Yeah, but the ultra rare Fallen Sun's at 41 gems right now already. So it's gone up a tiny bit from where it was at 34. I just love this cover, so I'm all about it. When I got a low mint, I typically sell right away. Then the buy floor, difference for profits. Yeah, I kind of like a floor to roughly establish, and then I sell the low mint. I've never gotten like a super low mint before. I've like never gotten a sub 100 or anything like that yet. I've gotten some like sub 10%, some 15. I don't think I've gotten a sub 5% drop yet, like mint wise. I would just get rid of it. Personally, just like, you know, don't dump it, don't just floor it. Try to get a small premium for it and just list it over and over. Like literally, if you're trying to sell it, like let's say the floor is, I don't know, 15 gems, whatever it is. You have like a low mint or a sub 100 mint. Like just start listing it for like 10 times the floor. Do like 150. All right, cool. Some people might even buy it for that much, so do like 150. No one buys it, do 150. Just like unlist it every like 2 or 3 minutes and then relist it for like 150 for like 5-10 minutes. And if no one buys it, then do it for like 140. Do it again, then 130, again. Like just, and the reason why you want to delist and relist it, like put it up for 2 minutes, no one buys it for those 2 or 3 minutes, maybe 4 minutes, delist it, relist it. It's because there's a lot of people like Veve Vault that list sales by listing date, so it shows you like the most recent listing. So if you just keep showing low mint over and over and over again, someone's gonna buy it eventually, right? Maybe someone overlooked it or whatever it is. So that's what I do. I just noticed rocking the MC NFT. The MC NFT. Oh yeah, I saw him do like, does he have like his own list of collectibles now? Of NFTs, my collectibles. I definitely agree with the best to sell low mints the first week. Yeah, or just, I don't know. Like I said, I've never had like a super low mint, but in my mind, like I would try and sell it like almost ASAP. D-Bull, thank you so much for the $2 as well. Get some more gold dust, Alex G style. Appreciate it. What's up, peeps? What up, Dino? Egghead. No, they are bots. No, they are bots. A real VV collector would not sell at a 50% discount. I mean, there's some people in tough situations, dude, that sell them. I know Rob Stuff was buying from a lot of people, just like live on stream, that were contacting him on stream, just saying like, yeah, my daughter's, you know, birthday's coming up next week and I want to have an extra grand, $500, whatever it is they want, right? Or, you know, this is happening, or, you know, people do want to cash out on occasion, so. You know, and there are people that have been buying for 50% gems for a long time, you know, months and months and months ago. They found a way to basically double or triple the amount of gems they have now based on good investments or whatever it is. So it's like, let's say I invested $1,000 and I get 2,000 gems. And eventually I buy enough things, or I do flipping or whatever it is based on the timing, that I was able to turn those 2,000 gems worth, you know, 2,000 gems into 4,500 gems worth of NFTs. Now you sell those for half price. Now you have $2,500. So it's like you turn $1,000 into $2,500. So, which is doable. How many comics printed IRL versus VV version? Rich Buddy, how many comics printed IRL versus VV version? Are you talking about the common variants? I mean, there's no, I don't know, it depends on the comic. Like the common variant, I believe, has 21,000 prints, and the VV exclusive variants have like the ultra rare has 1,050, the rare has 2,000, 3,050. So pretty low mints considering. Rich Buddy, I think that's what you mean by that. If not, then let me know. I got mine at 38 gemmies. Hell yeah. The ultra rare. They're everywhere. Pick 5 random comics on stream right now. Any comics? I bet they have sell walls. Knocking them down. You can outthink they will be there. This shows it's a big problem. It's a free market, dude. I don't know what like, so what's your main issue with sell walls? That it just keeps prices low? Is that the issue? I don't know what the issue is with sell walls. I mean, it just takes time to eat through them, right? Just like anything else. I don't know, other platforms that have a ton of success by like limiting the amount of people, like limiting the amount of listings that people can do for a certain either NFT or product or item or digital asset or whatever it is. So far I went over 500 comics. My next target is 750. Hell yeah, Mini Angel. I remember you talking about that in a different stream, not my stream, but you said you had like 499. And I think your 500 comic was a secret rare. At least that's what you're hoping, was a secret rare Ghost Rider. It was either ultra rare or secret rare. I'm trying to remember which one of the two. I'm glad I got the Grandpa Batman at 135 on drop in the market. Yeah, that was a good call. I should have just gone for the Grandpa Batman. I don't know why I didn't on drop. EV has confirmed they are looking to stop sell walls after the initial, it was okay, but now see it as a problem. I don't see it as a problem, dude. So I'm just kind of curious what you think like the problem is with like actual sell walls. And I'm sure you know this, but it's sell walls like this, not sell wall. I'm sure you know that. Maybe it's just auto-correcting or whatever, but it's sell wall. It's like, because they're trying to sell it and there's a wall. I see no issue with sell walls. I mean, it is what it is. Dang, I like your drop head a lot, Mendes Flips. Have you swung by Target? I think I went to a Target like one of the first days that like Walmart thing was announced, but I haven't even bothered. Florum, no, they are. I remember you saying that earlier. Lang, are you getting more drop heads? I like to get a couple more. Get them, they look sick. I only went for You Are Batman drop. Knew every other drop would sell less than retail. They did initially, but you know, Uncommon went up to, I think, almost 100 gems. It stopped at like 95 or like 98. I knew the rare stopped at like 75, and the common actually went up to 60, maybe even 65 at one point. This is a few days later. I think you're a member of MC channel. He just did an NFT giveaway today. If you're on Discord and see you're meant to redeem. Cool. I didn't know that. Drug stream VV vibes? No, I'm just, no. Maybe tomorrow, Tipsy Tuesday, as long as the Palace joins me. I think they could go downhill still. Yeah, we'll see. Sometimes you can sell lower than you paid if you confident the next investment will make it back. I definitely try not to. Yeah. Real proper. Holy moly, 10 bucks, dude. Thank you so much. #1 fan. Yay. Yeah, I hope that I think you were the one that asked the question about like low mints for collectibles versus comics. That's the only thing I can think of. Low mints is kind of a collector's thing. That's why I don't play the low mint game. It's like, I'm not a whale, dude. Like, I feel like the low mint thing is kind of a whale's game. You either got to be hyper patient or wait for the perfect buyer, or you are the whale that buys it and you want the low mint thing. Do it. I don't have work tonight. I'll watch you guys have a good time. Yeah, no. What should I cop with? 5,300 raw gems. I don't care about brand. I just want the most return in my money. I remember you asking me this, I think the other day. We talked about that, and I told you about like golden moments and all that stuff. Dude, nobody really knows at the end of the day. Like, part of me wants to say golden moments. I still think they're going to do fantastic. It's still like Disney golden moments at the end of the day. I do think prices can still go lower on the market, again, until we get more meat and potato content. Master Collector Program, Omi Utility Program, all that stuff. I just don't see things like massively increasing in price. Like, we're gonna see a little uptick in things here and there, but things are still staying down. I would just wait, to be honest. I think I told you yesterday, like, try and grab like an R2D2, as well as like get like 1 or 2 good golden moments, and then fill out the rest with like stacking comics or something like that if you want to play the stacking game. Krusty Krab Pizza. Things seem like they will be going down until something big is announced. What do you think? I think so too, Krusty Krab Pizza. Like, until we get one of those meat and potato programs or whatever the hell they've been talking about for over a year, until we get those, I just don't see the market moving up. That, or until we start like marketing, or we just need more people on the platform, to be honest. We need a reason for people to start that. Are you part of my collectible subscription? Got our cool drop head NFTs today. Nice. Now, I don't think I'm subscribed to my collectibles, to be honest. Like, I always miss his streams, so, but I know subscription thing's like only $1, so I should probably sub. I think it's because I literally always miss him when he streams, and I just keep forgetting. You know, Lang, like Coca-Cola, the comics, Toby, Electra, those are all below retail price. Yeah. Yeah, sell wars are not a big deal. Free market. Exactly. I don't have an issue with it. Like, literally every other aspect, as far as I know, in the world has sell walls, and there's like no issue with it, right? It's great if you're a buyer, you know, and if someone's willing to put up a sell wall, then someone's either going to undercut and you can buy it for cheap, or you just eat up that sell wall. I mean, it happens all the time. It's like, how dare someone invest a bunch of money into Veve NFTs and then like give me opportunity to buy a bunch for like the same price for relatively cheap? Like, I don't know. They can do what they want. If we're gonna deal with sell walls, then that means like no one can list their NFTs for super expensive either, if there's too many. Most everything dropping is selling for below retail. It's drop price. Yeah, I think that's mostly because the consumers on Veve have gotten smarter, to be honest. Like, I think people know what's gonna do well for the most part, and also just the general sentiment of Veve is a bit, I wouldn't say down, but just like it's not February, right? It's not January anymore, where people are just in such a buying mood. Like, people are just yellowing gems just everywhere, right? Just like buying whatever they could. Like, nothing sold below retail, but now it's happening pretty consistently. And it's just one of those things, if you just give it enough time. I think right now we're in the position where like people are trying to find any way to generate gems out of thin air. So people are just gambling. I'm just gonna buy 5 comics, hope I land an ultra rare or a couple rares, and then I can make my money back and get some profit. You know, I'm just gonna, you know, play this blind blocks drop, Toby, knowing that if I get any of the 5 out of the 6, I'm gonna lose money. But if I get the secret rare, man, I can double my money or whatever it is. So no, Batman's could maybe still. Plans have sell walls, true. Is this science class? Maybe. It's every market, every comics, every collectible currently. That's why it's a problem. If it's done in moderation, it's fine, but every single drop straight after drop, price is low. I don't see the issue still. What's the issue with low prices? Either just don't go for the drop and buy it in the secondary market for low prices, or go for the drop and risk it, right? For a comic. That's what I was just talking about. Are you saying too many people are listing their NFTs for too cheap on the secondary market? I don't know. I love you, Bob Sales. I'm just not sure like what we're getting at here. At least just me personally, I just don't see what the issue is, right? Like, who said that every NFT has to be above box price and or start pumping like right when the thing drops, right? I've kind of like, yeah, that's how it was in January. Like, it's literally impossible for anything to go below box price like during January because everything was just pumping so hard. But that's just the general market sentiment. Everything has changed now. What came first, chicken or egg? Egg all day. Marvel Mighty Spider-Man just flew from 60 to 90 gems. It's done that a few times prior. It's gonna go, unfortunately, right back down, I think. Like I said, there's gonna be a lot of dead cat bounces between now and until we get whatever the next thing. So it's 69.9. Nice number. I will be heading off stream here soon, guys. I've actually been streaming for a while, and I do have plans for some other things. Yeah, it's done this a few times. From 63 up to 73, 67, all the way up to 100, 60 up to 70. It's like it's done this like 3 times over the last 3 weeks. Pump up a lot, then retrace, pump up, retrace. There's just no... Musky Doge, thank you so much for the $5, dude. Thanks, guys, for being a part of the community through and through. Appreciate your time, bro. Dude, thank you so much for the $10 and the gold dust. I really appreciate that. Got the little ding. Why did the chicken cross the road? Oh god, I'm not gonna answer that. Sell walls are normal in any market. I see them all the time with trading options, and when sell walls break, prices generally rip. Only for a short time. Also, sup vibes. Yeah, exactly. Like Mike Bueller brings up a good point. Usually after those sell walls, if you could break through them, the prices run really hard because everyone sees it and gets discouraged. They either don't list or they just undercut the sell wall. And so that's why I've said quite a few times I look at sell walls and it's like, oh wow, there's 100 listings at $10, whatever. But then at so the first 100 listings, the price goes up by, 50 cents. It's like, well, there's an order for $9.50, but there's a huge sell wall of $10, right? But once we break through that sell wall, the next 100 listings, the price goes up by 20. So it goes from 10 to $30. So there's advantages and disadvantages to sell walls. I hope Veve drops more originals like black and white Batmans and the like. Originals. Like old school drops from like season 1. Like an additional series. That'd be kind of cool. The Veve NFT community sheds light on the human condition of being greedy and having / not having one's own way of life situations. There's so much to learn, and Veve's the way, in my opinion. Super chat stream. Yeah, do you know knows what's up? But that's true. I mean, just like look at all the psychological like levels. Like for a long time, like sometimes just like, you know, R2D2, let's say, like will not go below 4K for like a long time. It'll hit 4K and then go up 4K, like why 4K? This is just an arbitrary psychological number that people in the community are like, oh, that's just too cheap. Until it does, until there's just not enough buyers to keep buying R2 below 4K, then it starts going lower and lower and lower. So I don't even know where R2's at right now. Let's look him up. Where's he at? Yeah, 3.825. I think he's saying printed in real life. Oh, I have no idea. You would have to look that up. Vivian3 is the perfect person to look up for any of those kind of like printed comics versus digital or whatever it is. It entirely depends on the comic. We're talking Marvel Comics #1. I mean, I think most of those are destroyed in real life. So they're like, the reason why they're so expensive is not just because it's the first Marvel Comics. It's like there's just not a lot in like decent enough condition to even grade. So it depends on the comic. But if you watch Vivian3, he usually drops a video anywhere between like 12 to 24 hours before a drop. Like he makes a video of the drop and he explains all that stuff, like how many were minted and this and that and the artist and why it's prevalent and, you know, kind of what kind of influence the comic had and like that, you know, era of time, if it did have one, all that stuff. Batman low mint sold for 1.3K. Batman rare low mint. Low mints. We're talking, that's the other thing now. So are we talking an Hro card or are we talking a Veve one? Are we talking the new rare? The little spiky guy? In real life? IRL? Yes, that means in real life. The rare in your comic art tomorrow sucks, but the SR is awesome. I haven't looked at it, to be honest. I haven't looked at the art. Legacy T, what's up, dude? Yes, we need that. MCP, OUP. Yeah, we need all those like meat and potato programs or just like utility things to like really get Veve off the ground, in my opinion. Like no IP is gonna like save the market. If anything, it's just gonna cause the market to crash and just do a bit worse, which is fine. Like I'm fine with cheaper prices. It's an awesome time to buy right now. I would agree, best NFTs on here are the 2 Star Wars for sure. Yeah, or at least for like golden moments. When do you think prices will rise again, like January did in January? I think we'll see a spike like this. Master Collector Program, we're gonna see certain things spike. So we're gonna see a lot of comics spiking. I think Master Collector Program, some cheap sets as well, because I do think like once Master Collector Program comes out, because like look at the Hro leaderboards, right? People are like clamoring to get like low mints, complete sets, this and that. I think the same thing's gonna happen on Veve, but on like a much bigger but like slower scale. Like certain NFTs are gonna pump because of Master Collector Program. Like a lot of like the super inexpensive rare comics are gonna pump. Because it's gonna be like a competition of like who's gonna be the worst comic, right? To be like the best Master Collector point per gem offered, right? But to see prices like in January, I think we need Omi to NFT. It might take, honestly, to the end of the year to see prices like that again. Either that, or we get a legit another like 500,000 people on the platform. Not 500,000 downloads, not 500,000 accounts. We need like 5,000 like legit people on the platform if we want to hit numbers like that again, and like in a short span of time. That's my take. So Q system might cause a short-term pump just because people are like, wow, I can't win multiple comics and sell them for profit. I should reallocate all of my NFTs and or gems into like grails and just hold them long-term. Because like even just today, you guys saw you won multiple comics with the Q system. You can't do that anymore. You just win one comic and you're done. So no longer are you gonna be able to like stack comics or play rebounds. Like all that shit's gone. So Star Wars is life and more is coming. Yeah, like if Star Wars happens, like Star Wars is not gonna like cause the market to rebound and do well. Like it's just gonna crash everything else and cause people to sell at a loss to chase new NFTs and all that stuff. So Marcus Cole, not sure if you went over this yet, but did you hear about Immutable X listing 4 new marketplaces in 8 to 12 weeks? Kyle Wilson did a video on it today. Could be a good timeline for Veve interoperability. That's true. That's another one, actually. I forgot to mention that. Interoperability is another thing that could really cause the market to do well. Because I do think there will be just some straight up arbitrage opportunities on Veve. If that's the case. I mean, we saw it on HRL. Like, people were buying the digital exclusive cards. Like, people were buying Jokers for like $500, $700 and listing them for like 1,000 or 1,500 gems or dollars on Immutable X, like worth of ETH, and people were doing it. So yeah, if Veve allows NFTs to get interoperable, especially the DC stuff, because for the longest time we thought it was just going to be independent artists. So we're gonna like throw up Ghost Bears, we're gonna throw up I don't know, some like 2D art, 2D paintings, stuff like that. But because DC has already kind of gave Hro the green light to put DC licensed stuff on Immutable X, why not Todd? Why not Harley Quinn? Why not Penguin? All those other NFTs, all the other DC stuff. So if we can do DC, or if Hro can do DC, I don't see any reason why Veve can't do DC. Do you think MTL will kill the market? Initially, I wouldn't say kill the market. Initially, there's going to be a dip. But I could almost bet you there's a lot of whales waiting to get into Veve, and they're just waiting for MTL. Because this is what I thought. Like, because a lot of people thought MTL would be here, you know, a while ago. But there's some whales that are probably ready to jump on Veve, but they're like, look, I'm not going to get on Veve until I see an exit strategy. Until it's official, it's tested, it's going to work, there's no issues. Like, I'm not putting money into Veve. There are some people like that. And they couldn't give less of a shit about like the actual prices today. Right, whether R2's at 4K or at 8K, it doesn't matter to them. They have so much money, or ETH, or whatever it is, that they don't care. They're just like, I'm not getting into Veve until I see an actual exit strategy. Like, they're gonna, like, I'm gonna put $250,000 into Veve, but until I see a way to like exit out, like, I'm not gonna put money in. So, and people thought that, and I thought that too. It was like, technically Veve could drag their feet on MTL for another 6 months if they really wanted to. I don't think they would do it purposefully. But I do think for every one person that's gonna like look to cash out, there's gonna be one or possibly two more people looking to jump in. Or let's say this, I don't think it's just gonna be one-to-one transfers, but like, let's say for every two people that are looking to cash out, there's gonna be one person, like a giant whale, that's probably gonna want to jump in, or just people, or whatever it is, right? Because I have some friends that like want to put some money into Veve. They want to put thousands, but they're just like, there's no way to cash out. I'm like, no, not yet. And they're like, oh, okay, well, I'm just gonna wait. Star Wars in May or nah? You prepping or nah? Egg. Not really. I mean, I might liquidate some things between now and the end of the month, but I'm not trying to like hit a certain threshold like, oh, I need 2,000 gems in case of this or whatever. Like, that's pretty much it. My Collectibles. No bots? Good evening, Vibes. What's up? Dude, you missed it earlier. I was playing a little bit of EVE Online, but I had to turn it off because it was lagging my stream like no other. But yeah, it was fun. It's nice to not always agree. It's a good talk. Differences, I don't see ever driving an Aston Martin around Veveverse, but some do. There's a lot of proof sell walls are bad. I just don't see it. Other than the fact that it keeps prices down, I see no issue with sell walls. I mean, if you're looking at strictly from the fact of like, oh, sell walls prevent things from pumping in price, sure, but eventually, just like anything else, and until those NFTs get into hodlers' hands, then it runs. But that's how some things really pump. Like what was it? Like Fantastic Four number 5, ultra rare. I think there was a small sell wall of those comics for a while, and then once that sell wall broke, the price went up like 80 to 100%. I remember it was going for like 800 gems at one point. Like there was a pretty big sell wall between like 750 and 800, and then all of a sudden once it broke that, it started running up all the way up to like 1,400 gems. It like doubled in price. So it's like, would you rather have a gradual price increase or just have it be flat for a long time, actually give yourself and other people an opportunity to buy at a low price, and then it really takes off? Different perspectives, but I mean, I can see what you're saying. It's just, I think we just view it differently. MTL will create a bigger market. I think so. It's gonna get, you're gonna get some big people in here, because there's some other platforms where you can only cash out like a couple grand a week. Like if I was a whale and I'm trying to get on Veve and I can only cash out $2,000 a week, or a couple thousand, even if it was $5,000 a week. If I wanted to put 50 grand on the platform, and let's say, even if I broke even, like even if I didn't do anything, whatever it was, or let's say I doubled my money. I went from 50 grand to 100 grand worth of NFTs, and I want to cash out. And I get gems, right? And I wanted it, and it would take me 10 weeks to cash out. It took me over 2 months to get all my money off of Veve. That'd be obnoxious. But because Veve is 50K a week, hell, I can put in, I think it's 50K a week. Yeah, 50K a week. I can cash out $250,000 in a little bit over a month. So in 5 weeks, I can cash out $250,000. I mean, that's a lot of money. So I think the fact that like the cap is so high for cash out is actually good. So it just means people that do put in big money, they can take out big money pretty quickly. Rare Man, yeah, I saw that. Prices will rise once more customers enter Veve. It will happen. I agree. Like I said, we need like another 500,000 people on the platform. LeGroin James, sup, rich buddy. In my opinion, I think to watch for is when the sell wall drops. Yeah, there's that too. People do bait, you know, the bots or whoever. There are some people that can put up, you know, a good sell wall of things. And sell walls are different, right? Common comics, you can have sell walls of 150 listings, but when it comes to secret rare comics, a sell wall is like 3 comics, right? Just 3 comics that are the same price, and it's like going to take a long time to get through it. Personally, I think once the sell wall drops, maybe it's an indicator or it pumping, just my opinion. Yep. Tax season, gem squeeze. Yeah, I can see that. Some people are looking to cash out, actually pay for their taxes. Sell walls are fun because I buy under them. Exactly. That's the awesome part. It's the people that don't know that sell walls, it tricks them. They think it's bots, so don't buy, and then sell wall sticks. I don't know. I honestly, I'd be surprised if more than 1% of the people don't buy from bots. Like, honestly, the only content creator I know that is openly admitted to like not buying from bots, which buying from bots is fine. If there's a listing on Veve that is obviously a bot, you know, first and last name, maybe double digit at the end, private account, 1 NFT, that's all they own, like all that stuff. I think the only person that I know that doesn't do that is Johnny Dunn. But like everyone else, it's like, who cares? It's, you know, it's a bot. If you're not gonna buy it, someone else will. But I don't think people look at it like, and plus, especially if you're like sniping it, like after the market, like when the market opens, like some people are just trying to snipe low mints or snipe a low price or whatever it is, that like no one even looks at the names. But even if there was a bot sell wall, like if you look at what's it called, Ghost Rider Comics, like I remember when Ghost Rider came out, there was like massive sell walls that were just like 50 listings posted up for 7 gems, not 7 gems, I think it was like 8 or 9 gems or 10 gems. It disappeared in like 12 seconds. Like people just bought them up. It doesn't matter. It just depends on where those sell walls are at, right? But I don't think sell walls like trick people into anything. It's just like, well, it's going to take a while to get through this. I don't think anyone is like, well, I'm not going to buy from a bot. I'd be surprised if maybe 5% of the like Veve user base is like, I'm not buying from bots. I'd be surprised if it's more than like 5%. The other 95% of the people are just going to buy them. They don't care. At least I'm part of that group. Because people dump the trash ones because they didn't get the UR or better ones. I do it almost every drop. Exactly. Like we got to the point now where people just gamble because we're not in like the huge bull run of January where like even a complete trash tier common comic will go for like $10 and you can just like guaranteed profit, right? Now it's like people are getting a bit more picky and choosy with their gems. People have seen what the market can do. And even I've done it too. Or there's some drops that I've skipped. I've learned to consolidate some of my NFTs where I'm like, do I really like this? Or like, if I just sold this, there's some other drops I know that could come, Harry Potter, Star Wars, that I do want gems for instead. But like all the sell walls that are happening right now, it's just like, if it's from different people, like even if it's from, it doesn't matter if it's 50 NFTs in one person or 50 people and 50 NFTs, like, it's gonna happen. People are just trying to get rid of stuff. And some people are like, well, it only cost me 2 gems or 3 gems and a loss to potentially risk it to get a rare or an ultra rare or secret rare. Can't say I didn't try to help the market. I own 4 Toby. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that. Dang, this is super chat stream? Hell yeah. Well, the autocorrects damn useless on this phone, dude. Sorry about that. I was just curious. I don't know. Do you do the pinch and twist method? Can I get some context for this? I feel like that's illegal. If I answer that question, I feel like I'm gonna get fined or put on some like watch list by the government, so maybe not. Disagreeing is good, makes us learn more. I've been buying your trash at Dino. Thanks for the great deals. Yeah, got you, fam. We need MTL more that time. Anything else? Yeah, MTL would help quite a bit. When do you think we will get Veve Holic's phone line for people addicted? I don't know. There's already Voltaholics, so they got their own issues. But I think Dino is the Veveholic. He'll be your counselor. You know, anytime you got the itches or anything like that, you call Dino. He'll help you up. You will go below 4K, maybe even 3K. Then I buy R2D2. Looks steady. Yeah, R2D2's chilling. He's chilling. Master Collector Program was the thing for me in the beginning. I don't care about it any longer. Yeah, it's just dragged out for a long time. Yep, my Collectibles is here. Oh no, it's getting crazy. Yeah. Every friend I tell, I say can't cash out. So what's the point? Exactly. There are some people like that. That's fine. And I did. My friends are like that too. They're just like waiting. Like I have a couple friends that are willing to throw some money at this, but they're just kind of waiting for cash out. And imagine that times 100, right? Like people that are willing to put in 100 times more than your friends. My Collectibles was talking about your drop head location. Yeah, we're talking about the drop heads. Did you make all those? I saw some pictures and stuff. I need to sub to your channel, My Collectibles. I keep forgetting, and I honestly always keep missing your stream because you like stream in the middle of the day for me when I'm doing other stuff. You can cash off app, but the 50% hurts. But you need to cash out. Yeah, exactly. Drop heads to the moon. I finally ran out of gems. That's the problems. Yeah, dude. You're a great Veve YouTuber. I try to be a fingerstyle guitar. I appreciate that. I mean, you got some other ones in here. We got Dino. We got My Collectibles, who's in here as well. Both great Veve content creators. If you're looking for a positive outlook on Veve and life, go to My Collectibles. If you're looking to laugh your ass off, talk about Star Wars, you go to Dino. Are you planning to go for all the comics drops this week? I don't think I'm gonna go for this next one, to be honest. I say that, but I'll probably go for it once, but like hard stacking it, unlikely. Because I'm thinking, I'm like, oh, I'll just do it once, but before I know it, I'll accidentally, won't be able to control myself, and I might get like 2 per drop, and then instead of only spending some gems, all of a sudden now I'm down 70 gems because I bought a bunch of stuff. I feel you. Most people don't understand that's okay. Veve will be the future of NFT marketplace. It will take time, but it'll happen. I choose to buy from a real person if the price is the same or close, but not if a bot was liquidating. I'm sweeping that up. Yeah, like who cares? I don't know. That's just my thing. I'm picking up every common comic cover this week. Those things will be amazing in the showroom later, D tier or not. Yeah, totally go for it, dude. And that's the funny thing is, like, if you do that, you're gonna, like, you could buy the whole set for for what, 20 gems or something like that? Because like they're all gonna go for like 4 or 5 gems in the secondary market if you're just getting the commons. So it's like 25 gems to buy a 5 comic series, get all the common classic covers. That's awesome. My Collectibles, hell yeah. All right, I'm gonna hop off here in like 3 minutes or so, unless you guys have any like burning questions about drops or HRO or anything like that related to it. I did not expect to stream this long, but yeah, next time maybe I'll stream some EVE Online for My Collectibles. I was playing it earlier, not that much, but I'm going for tomorrow's, hoping for another Wolverine cover, but I'd be very blessed if that happens after the secret rare today. Yeah, what is the art for tomorrow's drop? Maybe I'll look that up. I have no idea. I didn't look at the art at all for tomorrow's drop. I spelled that really bad. Come on, work with me. It's here. Ooh, what? Dude, that Wolverine and black suit Spider-Man. That looks sick. Yeah, I heard this comic, like, it's not, you know, it's not worth a lot. I heard it's more of a story that's like for the fans and stuff like that. But that's a sick looking comic. That cover. That SR tomorrow, dude. Like I said before, Wolverine and Iron Man are probably my... What up, Vibe? Still rocking the stream? Let's fucking go. Yeah, not for much longer, dude. I'm getting off here in a few minutes. But dude, like this, is it this cover? No. Oh, this is the 5-part series. Interesting. Fallen Sons. I wanted to see the these covers, yeah. Like I said before, dude, I love the Iron Man Wolverine cover. I do want to buy that at some point. I'm kind of waiting towards like the end of the series because it'll probably go for cheaper, but it's a $7 lottery. Yeah, I'll probably go for each of them. Like I might, okay, let's say this. I'll go for each comic once, going it for like 2, 3, 4, 5 times. I don't know about that. You have to go for all the comic drops, yeah. It's just hard because like my other phone got shadow banned. And I did hear on Veve Vault stream, so if you guys are dealing with shadow banned accounts, not confirmed, I don't know, this is just what I heard from like 2 different people on Veve Vault stream, is that if you just buy gems on those phones or those accounts, it should free you and you should be able to actually like buy drops. Because my other phone, honestly, I never like loaded gems into it. I always like traded gems, I gave it an NFT to sell in the market, all that stuff to like get gems. But it will never get drops. Like I kept on saying all editions have been issued, like even though the buy button's still there and I could buy it multiple times on my main phone. So if you are shadow banned like on a phone or an account, I did hear that as one way to do it, is just buy gems, even if it's 5 gems. I think that's enough for it to work, but some people said they did 10. I don't know. Not sure what the minimum is. So I might do that with because my other phone does have like, I don't know, it has an uncommon Werewolf by Night comic and like 90 gems in it, and I'm like, damn, I actually want it to like win drops or actually play drops. So thanks for the time as always, dude. Yeah, thank you so much everyone for stopping by. Yeah, we've been streaming here for a little while here. How long have we been streaming for? Yeah, almost 3 hours. So my main account was disabled last week. It took me about 4 to 5 days to get unlocked again. Oof, that's rough, dude. They're usually pretty quick about re-enabling accounts, at least more recently, ever since they kind of like did the whole disabling transfers and stuff. Like I heard most people were getting re-enabled like after 4 to 5 hours, not 4 to 5 days. So that's unfortunate. But yeah, everyone, thank you so much for stopping by. Learn a little bit more about Hro, talked about Veve a bit, and yeah, please double and triple check all of your listings so you don't screw yourself over. Please go check out Dino Lang as well as My Collectibles, both great content creators as well. And I'll catch you guys next time.